camera or something. Like, wait.
It always be some new gadget every week, don't it?
Right.
It'd be a new gadget out of nowhere.
Yeah, nah, that ain't one. That ain't one. What up, everybody? FIFA on the way. He got stuck in traffic. He wasn't playing Madden this time. But yeah, we got the game on here. We already see it's a 12-point lead. Who the heck?
LeBron doing it.
Hachi
Was
Murray.
that LeBron? That was Hachi?
That was Rory.
Now he done shot this 3 times.
I told you they live with that. They'll live with that.
Excuse me.
Joker
AD
man.
ought to get stuff like that again.
Who the hell is that? Lonnie?
Lonnie about to
Joker
get
gonna have
exposed.
all-
Lonnie about to get benched.
He about to get exposed this game.
Yeah, because
If he, that's Michael Porter. He gonna shoot.
Uh-oh.
That's good. Joker got 10 rebounds in like
Every
the
time,
first quarter.
every time they miss, he get the board.
He's gotten 10 rebounds. AD is not even trying to rebound.
Well, the shit went right to him.
But I'm talking about the other 9.
Well,
like the
yeah,
other
I feel
ones,
like
he's-
that one
He got
just.
9 boards.
AD has no rebounds.
he'll
Joker
get
has
that.
10
It's
rebounds.
early. It's early, Shelton.
But Joker has 10. You know how I would snatch AD up if you let that man get 10 rebounds?
Bro, we were saying the same shit when the Warriors were beating the hell out of the Lakers in the first
I
game.
picked the Lakers to win today.
Yeah, whatever.
I picked the Lakers to win. I was just
I don't know. I'm with you. I feel you. But, you know.
I ain't even talking about the wins. I'm just saying the fact that you let this a real coach would get on his play.
Well, we know AD don't really got that type of dog in him, though.
But AD normally, he'll get you about 13 rebounds a game. But I would be saying, look,
Until he
if
playing the Joker.
That's actually really good defense.
Until he playing the Joker, he can get you 13.
I'd be like, bro, you let this man out rebound you 10 to nothing in the first quarter.
I wish I would have saw. I got to see some of these rebounds. You acting like he just snatching rebounds all over AD.
He got 10.
Is he snatching the rebounds over AD?
AD's watching.
If you get
11.
offensive boards, then you snatching shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's doing nothing.
I've
spectacular.
seen Joker get these rebounds. Them motherfuckers just fall in his hand. Y'all making me hate on Joker. I ain't hating
He
on
got
Joker.
12 rebounds right
But
now.
I saw,
It's positioning.
Yeah, he be in the right place, kid.
He's
Always.
bro,
always.
I'm seeing these balls just fall in his hand.
That's
Pause.
position.
Jesus Christ. Whoa.
Hey,
Better than his hands
hey,
and something
look,
else.
Look, I don't know why he even finished that sentence, but you see it right there.
Jesus.
But yeah, AD has to have at least one rebound.
Hey,
bro.
hit a
0
wild
is
boy.
inexcusable.
That's position. Dennis Rodman used to talk about that all the time. Out.
Well, boss.
Balls in his head.
Yes.
I was like,
Did FIFA give an ETA or he going home?
man, I don't know what
I
he,
don't
but
know
he
how
can't
he do.
move. He can't go. He can't go over if he wants
I
to.
might well go play the
He
game.
in Atlanta traffic.
I don't know if FIFA
Let me
gonna turn
ask.
around. Oh, that's bad.
What?
Yeah, that's bad. But yeah. Camper, look like a camper fellow. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
So,
he in Atlanta traffic.
Yeah,
He gonna be sitting there.
It
for a
ain't
minute.
over, bro.
Nah, FIFA got a mini car. He can get around that.
People do drive in that.
you gonna pull over top of this.
Oh man.
Nah, we ain't gonna get on. We ain't gonna get on him. Are we? Is this how we?
All right, yeah,
This
let
how
me
we
go
get
ahead and
into
get
the show?
started. Let me go
Then we
ahead and
gonna
get
talk about a host and his buggy.
This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead End Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. And joining me on the show, we have Shelton
What's happening?
Joker.
What's
Jokic.
happening? What's happening?
Spike Lou.
I'm gonna
What
burn
up,
that
though?
shirt. I'm gonna
Oh,
burn
you
that
see
shirt.
it? Hey, make
I
sure
hate
y'all
that
get a
shirt.
good look. It's my Knicks shirt.
That's funny as hell.
Hell no.
That's
And that's Nikki Duce.
What's going on?
And yeah, man, we are going to preview the conference finals. It ain't looking good for the Lakers so far. And then of course we gotta recap everything that's happening. So we don't have some things happen. Yeah, they'll be fine, bro. They ain't
We
even playing
gotta,
defense.
Kid, my bad.
No, you good, bro.
I'm looking at the chat. I'm like, bro, we got to do a bad signal to Q one of these days.
Man,
it's been
man,
a bad.
Q been
It's been a
MIA.
bad few months for a Philly fan.
The Phillies gassed them. They thought the Phillies was gonna do they were like, oh man, we might get all three and womp womp.
Yeah. Anyway, but before we get started, Nick, I owed you a bottle, bro.
What's that for?
That's
Hey, there it is. You
You
kept
remember
your
the bet,
word.
the 3-1 bet the Bucks?
Oh yeah.
The Bucks.
You kept your word.
I kept my word.
That's all that
We
matters.
didn't say
specify.
size bottom. That's funny.
I can't stand y'all.
We did
bro.
not specify.
Nah, man, I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Hey, we got the cup.
There you go.
Hey,
I was gonna say we're gonna pass the cups with that little one.
hey, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Like
This
communion.
doesn't help my drinking habits. But,
Nah, it doesn't, but
hey,
hey,
I
you know,
never turned down Henny.
Yep, I got on about.
This episode is brought to you by the letter H.
Yeah, that was a shot, and man. Anyway, all right, man, let's get into it. There's just a lot going on, bro.
We got to start off with.
With NFL schedules, is that where we started?
That's a good point. That is actually a really good point because they having a lot of games on the holidays now.
Yeah,
They
Christmas.
fucking with the NBA in this
stealing
shit.
that from the
NFL, they letting they nuts hang.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need it, man.
It's
They
not
they having a game on Black
You do need
Friday.
it. You need it. NFL is in your life. You need that.
They
We
having
ain't
they
gotta
taking
be
over
stuck with
Thanksgiving.
basketball all
I don't
day.
want to compete, man.
Yeah, they.
I want to see it.
You already know NFL gonna be king too.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later on. But of course, we got to talk about the NBA lottery that just happened.
Yes, sir.
The top 3 picks: number 3, Portland Trailblazers; number 2, Charlotte Hornets; and the number 1 overall pick, San Antonio Spurs. Guaranteed to lock in Wemby.
Oh my
NBA is rigged. They had to throw a
I
bone.
said it's
They
rigged.
threw a bone to Greg Pop.
Pop.
They said, "Look, we'll give you the Frenchman.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay in the NBA for a few more years
Shout out-
can,
yeah, shout
because
out
they
to
fired good coaches, as y'all can see.
Yes.
It was like Black Tuesday. Shit, they
Literally.
fired everybody. But
Yeah.
Literally.
so overall thoughts, or just first off reactions to Wemby going to San Antonio, unless Greg do a complete.
He won't. He can't.
Unless he pick Scoot Henderson and
He
say
has-
like this
he-
the real
he-
nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, if he
can't.
do that, I'll support Pop.
I will too.
Yeah, if he does that, I'm cracking up because I mean he probably seen some shit that nobody else seeing. I think the first thing for me, man, is I said it in the chat, but I think it's time for Pop to sit down. And I hated that they got this pick because I think it's gonna be a waste if they pick the Frenchman. Because it's just like, what you gonna do with the Spurs, bro? Is he? I mean, I know everybody's hyping him up. Sheldon, y'all can give me the 411. Is he that type of guy to come in and just completely transform your franchise and turn them around? Like, we're talking about LeBron and we're talking about MJ. We're talking about Shaq, Kobe, like that type of guy. Is he KD? Is he that type of guy?
They're
What
claiming-
Curry eventually became.
Woj said on TV tonight that he's the best prospect ever.
Ever.
They gassing
Ever,
this nigga.
Bro,
They are
need
gassing.
to
They
stop,
are
bro.
gassing.
Bron,
They are
Tim
gassing.
Duncan, Kobe. Give me another one. Give me somebody.
They said
else.
ever.
Let me ask you this. Let me
You
ask you
stop
this.
there.
Before
Ever.
Ken,
They
I
lying.
want you to finish your point before I say that. Who's the most hyped player right now, young prospect right now?
Bronny?
Wemby or Bronny? It's between them two.
I know, right?
Them is the only two. I'm like, bro, I don't know if they as good as everybody's saying.
Bro, when
they
I
is.
saw they said they were
Bronny-
comparing Bronny to
Dame
Drew,
Lillard?
Drew Holiday
Drew Holiday.
and somebody else. I'm like,
I heard Dame.
y'all.
I heard
I ain't hear
someone.
Dame.
Someone
I
said
hope,
Dame.
I swear to God, I hope
Drew
you
Holiday
hear
would
Dame.
probably be the closest comp.
But it's just like top 10 pick for that.
Honestly, I wouldn't say Drew Holiday. I'd probably say he may be. I think his floor is Austin Rivers. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
Oh yeah.
And then he
Drew
can
is the
get better
ceiling.
than that. He could be. I think he's C.J. McCollum. Honestly,
That ain't bad.
that's
Well,
not bad at all. It's an
No, it's
all-star.
not. The only reason I don't think he's that because he's not that type of scorer. The only reason I would say Drew Holiday is defense first, and I think that's where he's going to be known.
I don't think Brian. I think he's gonna be known for his
I was
basketball
Bronny.
IQ.
I'd stay at USC 4 years. So they give him the best.
Nah.
He got to come out in
He
one,
got to
bro.
They
play
wanna
with his
play-
daddy.
you
His
gotta
daddy
play
can't.
with his
His
daddy.
daddy don't want to be in the league.
His
that
stock already up. You got to come out in one.
Yeah, you have to.
They over the USC
Nobody
coach
can
talking about
do
some.
anything with
Yeah,
that.
he's coming here for a good education to get coached up, play with good players. No, nigga, he is going there because he is going to be the 4th best player on the best team
He don't wanna
in,
leave LA.
in the NCAA going into next season. In basically LA.
He don't want to leave LA.
Ain't nobody making. They got wide open corner threes. Nobody's making them. I wonder who's going. How much impact LeBron has in that locker room in USC? Is
In
he
the
talking
USC
to,
locker
yeah,
room?
USC.
He has impact on the city of LA.
Correct, but I saw today.
What do you
I
mean
didn't
by
read the
impact?
article, but they were saying like their coach was saying like LeBron and them stay out their business pretty much. But I mean, I wonder if that's true.
That game, it's
I
May,
wouldn't expect,
nigga. Ain't
I
shit
wouldn't
to
expect
talk
LeBron
about.
to be in there trying to make calls and shit. He too busy. LeBron do too much.
It's
shit.
May. Nah, fuck that,
Yeah.
Lou. It's
What, you
May.
think he gonna be
Ain't
in?
shit to
Nah,
talk about in May.
He
Wait
ain't
till
gonna
the
be in
season
there in
start.
March either,
Wait
though.
till this fall start.
LeBron got too
Always
much.
Bron
another
gonna be
chase down
Bron
block.
gonna be on the coach's bench if they start losing 4 games.
Yeah.
He got too much to do, bro.
You know, Bron took time off to go watch him play in these last few
Man,
games.
he ain't going to USC. Nah, ain't no way, bro.
Is this how boring this Wemby going to the Spurs is? We just focus on Bronny now.
Yeah,
we
like
respect
nobody wants to
Bronny.
see this, bro.
Well, yeah. All I can think about is now, even if he's as good as Tim Duncan, even if that's the ceiling, I just feel like now
Y'all tripping.
I gotta watch. I have to watch boring ass Spurs basketball for the next however long.
They look a little better than they did.
No, that
with
shit's still
Collins and,
boring.
Winning
bro.
is not boring.
It is.
It's not.
All the years
Spurs
that
made it
the
look
Spurs win the
boring.
finals,
They
bro,
did. They
we
did.
dreaded that shit.
The Spurs
I didn't
know.
dread it.
Come
And
on,
maybe
I did.
I'm not. I'm a basketball head. So for me, good basketball is good basketball. Like I appreciate the way that Pop coaches. I appreciate the way that the teams play because they play within the system, but the best players can dominate that system.
You would admit that those were not exciting Spurs teams.
I would agree with that. Yeah, because
That's all I'm saying.
Because
for a less basketball, like I'm rather see football. So for me, it's like
100%. But look at Tim Duncan's nickname, the big
big
fundamental.
fundamental, right.
So he did nothing exciting. Wembanyama does a lot of shit exciting. 7-7 with a step back jumper. He fucking finger rolling from outside, like jumping from like 1 foot inside the 3-point line. We've never seen that. So you think that's going to be good in San Antonio? Yeah, he's going to be able to dominate that I would system. prefer to see him go somewhere else. Who else? Like, where else?
I wish he would have went to Houston, honestly.
I want to see him go to
Nah.
Houston.
Him and Ime?
And
Hey,
James
Ime
Harden was
say-
coming back.
Ime say I'll
The
give
only, the only reason I like
James
the
Harden
Spurs
going
because you got a little bit more veteran laden squad. He got cast members as opposed to these other teams that
Where
think
it's
It's
they're
not
guys.
even that.
He's not
It's-
good
it's
enough to be a
culture.
solo act.
He got
It-
cast members
it-
as well.
But that's it
Who?
too.
Wembanyama.
You tripping?
Right now, you think he's good enough to lead a
Yeah,
team?
bro. Yes.
Yeah,
To lead
yes.
a team?
He'll come
Yes.
in and be the man.
So you think
Yes.
they're going to? Is that like assuming they're? Are you projecting
Portland
playoff
would have
run?
been great. No.
Portland
Look.
would've been
Portland would have
Oh,
been better
man.
too.
No, Portland would have been great because there's obviously already a dominant superstar, already established superstar.
Inside, outside.
Yeah, inside, outside. Well, shit, outside, really.
Yeah, well,
because
yeah.
he could do it all. But in terms of Houston, talent is there. Love the Houston talent. Y'all know how I've been saying about how I rave about Jalen Green. I would have took Jalen Green over Cade Cunningham. Even today, I still say that just because of the athletic ability. Cade is more stable, right? Like he has a stabilizing culture. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it feels like. Jalen feels just like a piece, but Ime has a lot of work to do to change the culture of the Houston Rockets, and I think by them getting Wembanyama would have stunted his growth a little bit. I think going to some San culture, Antonio, he is going to grow. He's going to be a pro's pro.
I mean,
I
we
agree with
know
you on
that. We just saying that ain't sexy.
That ain't exciting.
It ain't saying- there you
all
go.
it
That's the
is,
best way to
bro.
put it.
We're not saying San Antonio is the best place for him to go. That's an obvious thing.
It's not an obvious
But it's
thing.
just it's like saying like, would you rather go to FAMU or Harvard? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Harvard is a great
I'd
school,
go to
but hey,
Harvard.
we
have-
at FAMU,
Fam is
my
gonna be
boy.
fam, yeah.
Depends on what you're
having
trying
a
to do.
good time.
Depends on what you're trying
Have
to
a
do.
good time.
If that's what you want to do, then you go to fam.
But I like those guys. I like Collins. You know, he got some players to play with. Vassell, how's the other guy? The point guard. Dang, I can't think of that guard.
I can't
They got a
think
couple
of
players
nobody
in
on
San
that
Antonio.
I
I
don't
watched
know
them.
anyone.
They ain't
on
got
the
nobody
Spurs
that
team.
you know about.
I was
or
about
give
to
a
ask
fuck
you.
I
about.
just watched them a while.
As basketball fans, how far away do y'all think the Spurs would be when they make this pick? How long do we
you
got to
know
wait
what?
3 to 5.
before they prime time?
they
team?
won't be
3 to
they're-
5?
They're not as bad as
That's
we
why
think.
this is boring. Then.
No, but
won't even
Anywhere
take that.
else? Like, I would've seen it next year.
It's not. Spike,
is. It's
but
boring.
Spike, every time we see these young, brash dudes that have a lot of game come into the league, it takes 3 to 5 years before they actually make a playoff run, before they actually establish themselves in the league. Because unlike football, right? Like football, you're not going to a team laden with a whole bunch of rookies and then being expected to win. Kansas City is a dip. That Pat Mahomes, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? But you can turn over a roster in 2 seasons in football.
That's true.
In basketball, it's not the same.
The reason I say that it's boring is because you guys said there's no one else on the team. If I seen him go to the Pistons, okay, I know Cade Cunningham, I know him. So I would want to see that. If I seen him go to the Rockets, they think James Harden going back there. Oh, how he gonna look with James Harden?
Same how he look with Embiid.
Lillard, or even if he go to Portland, like all of those things are interesting. The least interesting thing is him going to the Spurs, and the best thing we get from that is let's see how Pop develop him. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, we know Pop is going to develop him. This is the best thing for his career. At the end of the day,
That's
great. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
That's commendable.
That's most important.
I will
because-
give.
because
That is the trump.
if you're his
That's the big
father
joker.
and his mama,
That's
yeah.
the big joker. There you go. That is. You're right.
Because at the end of the day, when some of these players go to the wrong teams, you want to write them off. Shelton been writing off Jalen Green. You know,
No, I don't write him off. I just say he's not what you say he is. He's not that. I ain't write him off now. I never wrote
What
him
you think
off.
he
But
is?
say Sheldon don't he don't say nothing definite.
okay.
He say-
No,
he only say
that's
something
no,
sometimes.
no.
When Jalen Green blow up, he gonna be like, I ain't say he wasn't good.
No,
I ain't say he wasn't good.
that ain't it. I said
I just said he wasn't there.
I said he's not that
I
guy,
said
and
he
he's
wasn't
not
what
better than
people
Cade.
say.
No, that's no.
He don't even remember
I
what
said
people
Cade is
said.
that guy. I said he's a
Cunningham-
guy, but
Cade
he's
Cunningham
not
was
a
dude.
difference maker.
Before we get to the NBA playoffs, I will say this: Portland at number 3, they could get Alabama. Brandon.
I like Brandon Miller.
I like him
Lillard.
there. Does he help Dame get to the
Yes.
playoffs?
What are we talking about with these rookies? Tell me the last time outside of Carmelo that a rookie helped you get to the playoffs. Tell me.
Why you going? You already know you breaking my. You going?
I'm
to my
not breaking your heart. I'm actually.
No, I'm
I'm
saying you
adding
going to my heartstrings right now.
But I'm just saying.
I can't say no other
name
name.
one.
I
name
think-
one.
I think-
MJ no. LeBron no.
I think that.
Who?
I think this kid.
Shaq no.
If Portland drafts that
Shaq
kid,
went to the playoffs first. 41-41. Scott Skiles.
But they wasn't nothing though.
They would. But they went. They was AFC.
But when they got Penny,
They was 26 and whatever.
when they got
drafted.
Penny, they was
Portland's either
unstoppable.
gonna get Scoot or Alabama dude.
Who?
So,
no, Hornets
if I'm
gonna get
Portland-
scooped.
I'm just saying that
They
we don't know.
may
We don't.
not.
I'm just saying they're gonna get either
They
one.
may not.
Who's you
I
say?
want them to, of course.
Alabama, I think because he's close to the region.
With Melo.
So is MJ? I know he's still owner, but he's not
He about to
primary
sell.
owner.
He's trying to sell that
He is
bitch.
right
He
now.
wants to sell.
So he's still
in the process
primary
of
owner.
selling it, yeah.
So, but he wants to sell the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it to you like this: whoever that GM and or owner, they need to take Scoot. You
agree.
put Scoot and LaMelo. That's arguably one of the more dynamic
Yeah,
backcourts in the NBA.
I agree.
You're
That's what I'm saying.
you're that down on Brandon, or you just that high on Scoot?
I'm that high on Scoot.
High on Scoot. Scoot would be number one any other
In
year.
any other draft.
Yeah.
He would be drafted over Cade Cunningham if he came out in the same draft as Cade.
He's that guy.
He's that guy.
He's a linebacker as disguised as a
Bruh.
basketball
Yeah,
player.
but he get them buckets and he's
It
hard
looks
to
like
stop.
kind
This
of like
is the thing I
Stephon
like
Marbury.
up here.
Yeah.
But you talk about bad organization, bro.
I feel you.
I feel like Kemba Walker could have been a whole nother player
no.
if he was, bro. Trust me,
Kemba
bro.
Walker would have been
Are
in the
you-
league nowhere else.
See,
Yeah, he
that's,
was lucky
That's
he
what
was in
happened with
Charlotte.
Wembanyama. He goes somewhere.
You
was
said
lucky
he
he
was
was in
lucky to
Charlotte.
be
You
in
see what I'm
Charlotte.
saying?
Y'all had, bro,
100%.
Kemba.
No, that's 100% right. He's
Lucky
lucky.
he was in Charlotte.
If
Nobody
Kemba
else-
went somewhere else,
he wouldn't even make no other.
No.
Y'all-
Kemba was not.
y'all-
Kemba,
y'all
Kemba was
forgetting
a
how
great,
good Kemba
was
was.
a great college player.
College.
He was. And
he
when
won
he
a
got to the
title. Of
Hornets,
course, that's a phenomenal.
right? When he got to the
and he
Hornets,
was clutch.
he was undersized and didn't play defense.
Didn't he
and
play
was
in
not,
Boston?
He
Undersized and
yeah.
don't play. There's a lot of point guards in the league right now, undersized and don't
Like
play
who?
defense. Brunson.
No, but
He
that,
can
but,
score,
but
though.
Kimba had to grow.
Kemba
but
can score, too.
Kimba was allowed to grow into being that a good scorer in Charlotte. He couldn't have done that nowhere else. They wouldn't have gave him the time to do that anywhere else. Yeah, I was never high on Kimba. When they gave him
He was
that
a
money,
great
I was
college
like, what are
player.
we doing? Yeah, he was
That
in the
acting
right-
like point guards play defense these days. It's
No,
only
no,
about
not-
one.
Yeah, not just that. It's just he just wasn't that.
Y'all-
Anywhere else,
all
he
right.
wouldn't have been.
Nonetheless, I'm just saying, like, Scoot going to Charlotte is like, that's damn near worse than me seeing Wembanyama in San Antonio
tripping.
because
What are you
he's gonna
talking
get
about?
wasted in
he's
Charlotte.
not.
He is
Well,
gonna be.
Jordan about to sell, so maybe the organization is gonna be better.
That's even worse.
That's not
it
worse.
might
I don't
be
even
better.
like.
It might be better, bro.
Jordan had the,
It's like-
the Hornets at their worst.
he's got-
this is better.
He's got. I mean, they had playoff success. They went to the
When?
playoffs. They went to the
You
When
gotta-
you
playoffs.
with Steven
you gotta-
Jackson,
Yeah,
No,
you
he
gotta
kept
think
a-
about-
Corey Maggette.
Kemba took it to the playoffs a couple times.
He did, but you got to think about this team.
It's not like he was horrible though. It's not like he was the.
They're not bad. Like
he's not
that.
Orlando.
The turmoil they had last year, we forget that Miles Bridges went through all that stuff he went through. He was a big cog and a big part of what they were trying to do.
Yo, let's not
LaMelo
hype,
got
let's
hurt.
not hype up Miles Bridges' role.
He was, man. Eminem was rolling. Them
Okay.
boys was rolling.
Eminem? Wow, he got a nickname in there.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mellow and Miles.
That's
wasn't
his,
it?
hey, Lou, that's his name.
Hey, bro,
He the only one that called.
That's the name in
Did you
jail he
not
got.
see it?
They call him Eminem when he locked
Them
up.
boys was hooping.
Them charges he
That's
got.
what it was.
No, maybe the ownership gets better. Maybe someone gets in there that cares more about basketball, like running basketball operations versus Jordan, and maybe that'll be better. I don't see. I think
sell
Scoot.
my
I
team
think
short,
Scoot Mello is a good backcourt. I think that's. I look at that on League Pass.
But Dwayne Pierce, you're exactly right. The Hornets may take Brandon Miller. They just might.
I
do
think
it.
I'm just looking at the region. I feel like because he's from played in Alabama,
That-
not too far from the Charlotte area. Like it's kind of like.
Not that close.
I want to know how.
I'm just saying the Lakers picked Lonzo Ball because he was up the street. Does that
But
make?
But he's he was literally in the backyard. You're talking about down the street, around the corner, and then you got to take the highway.
We in the
What you
South,
talking
of
about?
course. That's
It's
how.
not
That's
the same.
every city in the South. You know
not
what I'm
the same,
saying?
bro.
You down the street around the corner back.
Brandon Miller gonna be
we
nice.
in Tallahassee.
He
but
is.
but that stuff he went through in college is kind of haunting him a little bit.
Oh, and the South will embrace that because they know that's he
Because they
from
know it's
there.
up,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, my
Ja in the
homeboy.
South, they ain't embracing that at all.
No.
They ain't
That's because
embracing
Ja
that
is
at
an idiot. You know what I'm saying? They saying Brandon Miller got a good. What's his name? Brandon.
Miller.
That's his name. I was thinking about the football player, but they say he got good character. They said outside the gun charge shit.
Yeah.
He, a
He
good
from
dude.
Nashville. I heard he was a good dude. Like people that I know that know him, they said he a good guy.
Yeah, he just got caught up in some shit.
Yeah.
Man, we talking the same guy, MJ, that drafted Adam Morrison over. These,
Don't do that,
These
man.
are the same. These are players in the same draft. Brandon Roy, Rajon Rondo, Kyle Lowry.
Don't do that, man.
He could have had any one of those
But
three.
you wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't know about Rondo.
Kyle Lowry.
No,
you
Kyle
never
Lowry,
know.
I'll
And
give you that.
Rajon
You wouldn't know about
and I'll
Rondo
give you
either.
that one too.
Rondo to me
but
wasn't
Brandon Roy, yes.
Brandon Roy, yeah.
I never believed that Adam Morrison. Not in the league.
Not never. I
Not in
never
the league.
did.
I'm like, bro,
I
that
never
white
did.
boy
But we
can't
not
do
saying
that in that
Kimba
league.
is Adam Morrison, bro. Don't do that. Don't be
Who said
disrespectful.
that?
I'm just saying.
I didn't say that.
Well, Jordan changed because
Chill out.
he brought Cho in.
Let's
and then
move on.
They
You about-
changed
A little bit.
GMs and he kind of stepped back a little bit. So
Kimba,
that's
Kimba,
I don't
Adam
look at
Morrison
that
the same.
stuff.
That's
It's-
Michael
disrespectful,
Kidd
bro.
Gilchrist.
That was the worst one.
That was
the-
horrible.
that right there to me was worse than Adam Morrison.
It's definitely on par. Only because from get go, I'm like, bro, how the fuck you draft
He can't even
somebody
shoot.
in
You
the
gotta teach
lottery
him how
that
to
don't
shoot.
have a
Bruh.
jumper?
You gotta teach him to shoot.
He shoot like he passing the ball.
I was like, what the fuck?
He
is that?
worse than Bill Cartwright. And you saw the shit I sent y'all on Bill Cartwright. Like he
At
worse
least
than
Bill
the
Cartwright
never
would go
seen
in.
it.
He would
I
go
was like,
in.
what in the world is he doing? And I'm trying to figure. They say, oh, he athletic. He's gonna be this.
Now
he's
they
gonna
say
be
he
that.
was everything, but he was a what they call that, a Swiss Army knife.
He was
type
Ben
nigga.
Simmons 1.0.
Man, I used to be
what he
like,
was.
what? I remember watching games like, what are we doing?
Now, granted, this draft wasn't that good. He did take Cody Zeller, and on this fadeaway world, they were talking about a better pick would
was
have
the
been
number one pick in
Giannis.
that draft?
I don't know. It was the Giannis
I don't-
draft.
yeah, I
But
don't-
nobody
yeah,
knew Giannis was
nobody
going to
knew
be
that
Giannis.
either.
So I'm
Yeah.
not saying.
Shit,
But
Giannis
Cody
ain't know he
Zeller
was gonna
at
be Giannis.
4
Big
was.
Mac Biombo at 8. You
Yeah.
could go down the list.
Bismack
There's a ton.
Biombo sounds like
Biombo.
a
I'm like, what?
bust
What are we doing?
automatic.
Then in that same draft,
Noah Vonleh.
Noah Vonleh was
All right,
terrible too.
speaking of bad moves
Get outta here.
by
Frank Kaminsky. Oh my
Get
God,
out.
we can
Horrible.
keep
But-
going.
He had a good
let me-
season
Let me
at
say one
Michigan.
last thing
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Wembanyama. Wembanyama is a unicorn. Is what
Yes.
he is. That's
Yes.
we really.
I've heard of a
could-
unicorn
y'all are
before.
sold.
Yeah.
Y'all
And he
think
was
this is
trash.
good.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
I am sold, and I think
what,
so.
What have y'all seen that convinces y'all?
Just
he
watching
goes-
watching the level of competition that he plays with, how dominant he is, and the fact that the stars, LeBron believes in him.
I'll go even beyond that. Look,
He ain't say
LeBron,
shit,
baby.
bro.
Right.
That was the worst.
Right.
That was the worst thing you ever
LeBron
said on this
believes in it,
program.
man.
I gotta
Don't
say,
let
he
them
said because
gaslight
LeBron
you, bro.
believes in
Don't
him.
let them gaslight you.
Giannis think he
Don't
do.
You
let them
don't know
gaslight you.
LeBron. You don't know
Look.
what he believes. He
Look.
could be a 5%er. You don't know.
Look, this is what makes Wembanyama different.
Okay.
His hands, in terms of soft touch. You see how they laugh?
laughing at
Ken,
it.
isn't this the same?
I
shit
thought he was gonna say
Ken,
something else.
Ken,
gonna
is
get you on
Ken,
for
is
five.
this not- see, they want to laugh. They want to laugh.
Hey,
And this is why they're the
Ken,
football
and
guys.
all the
This is why
body
they're the
parts.
football guys.
And all the body
Ken,
parts.
Ken, is this not the same shit I told you about Joel Embiid coming out the draft? I said I watched him.
We gonna get
What-
to Joel, all right.
Okay, that's cool. He's still an MVP, and he was the number 1 overall pick.
Okay. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
No, he
he
wasn't.
He was.
He was not the number 1 overall pick.
Who was?
Yes,
He was number 3.
Who's pick number 1?
I think that was. Let me double check.
That was the Tatum draft, wasn't it?
Nah.
Tatum, go ahead.
Either way, the thing about a big man with hands, right? You either have bricks
for hands, and you can't catch the ball, or you have very soft touch.
He was selected third.
Who was number 1 over him? Oh, that was
a guy that
Cleveland.
can't-
That was Cleveland that took what's his name?
That was Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, Wiggins went number 1. Okay, cool.
It was Wiggins, and then it was
Yeah, because
Jabari
he was
Parker.
hurt. That's
Oh
right,
my
coming
God.
out of
Okay. Hey, Jabari was nice though.
Jabari was nice. He
Two
wasn't.
two
He had,
ACL.
he had a Larry Bird back,
Yeah.
but he was.
No, he had 2 ACL injuries.
The,
Same
the
knee.
back thing was the last thing that took him
Yeah,
out.
but look, the thing about big men, right? Like, there's certain things that you gotta look for. Number one, to me, depending on how tall you are, when you're over 7 feet, how are your hands? Do you catch the ball? Are you hard-handed, or do you have a soft touch? Soft touch tells me that you can get the rebound, go back up. That means that when somebody throws you a tough pass, you're 7-something. Somebody throws you a soft pass, you can catch tough
He
passes.
playing on the perimeter though, right?
He has everything. That's the thing that I like about it. I'm going to get to that. But one of the first things that I look for big men is, how do your hands look? Do you have soft hands? Do you have soft touch? Because that also means that you could catch difficult passes. Point guards aren't perfect. They're going to throw some bad passes. Can you make the point guard look good? Because he's going to primarily make you look good. Can you make him look good? That's a big thing for me. So that's number one. Number two, footwork. What type of footwork do you have? When I saw Joel Embiid, I said, bro, this nigga's a Olajuwon. But bigger, stronger, more athletic. When I watch Wembanyama, I'm like, he has footwork of a big man and of a guard. We don't see that. Not this young, not this early in the process. The other thing I like about him, again, going back to the hands and the soft touch, shooting touch. When he shoots, he doesn't shoot clunkers and he doesn't shoot line drives. When he misses, it's a reboundable miss. That's big. The other thing, he can shoot not only from the 3, look at his free throw percentage. Look at his free throw percentage. Look at he has hook shot left and right. And if he misses, it bounces soft enough where he can get his own rebound. That's big. Another thing that I really like about him, IQ. Most guys that age, the other thing, that's the same thing I like about Scoot Henderson, is the IQ. They have a natural feel for the game. He has a feel for the game, passing, scoring, back to the basket, facing the basket. It doesn't matter where you put him on the court. He is dominant. Now, my only concern, you 7'7", bro, how brittle are you? Now, he hasn't dealt with injuries, and he's playing in a grown man league, and he hasn't dealt with it. But we shall see.
Grown man league in the Euro. Hey, Sean, is that
Have-
what dogs are born?
Did you not hear what Luka said about the Euro League? He says it's more physical because
How's Luka doing in the NBA?
Why y'all laughing about Luka?
Luka?
But let's look at Luka individually.
And
Is
that's
Luka
with
soft?
Kyrie.
Is
With
Luka
Kyrie
soft?
balling.
Is Luka soft?
No
Is
one said- I
Luka
didn't-
trash?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
All I said is that playing in the NBA ain't that easy.
We are evaluating an individual player. Is that individual
He
player
hasn't played-
great? Yes or no?
He's not
Is
played
Luka great?
He is.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. And where he was developed was overseas from a young age. Same thing like Wembanyama.
Is Ja Morant great?
Yes.
Does he have a lot of success in the NBA postseason wise?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is Luka great?
What year is Ja Morant in?
He's in the 3 to 5 range, ain't he? Yeah.
So is he's still developing?
Oh, okay. Do you think he's gonna get? You think he's going to the? You think he's going to the deep playoff run next year? Probably not, because he's suspended.
Yeah, he
My
gonna
thing is
be-
this.
Joe
My
gonna
thing
be
is
great.
this. Wembanyama is a talented individual. However, the level of standard that they raising this bar up to is like, bro, let the kid play in the NBA
greatest
first. Let me
prospect
see.
ever is a lie.
Let me see him
That's
play
a
in the
lie,
league
bro.
first before
Coming out,
That's a lot.
he brings, and
'Cause I seen
this sounds
LeBron
crazy.
James. I
He
seen
brings
LeBron,
more to the
bro.
table than LeBron.
we see Michael Jordan.
bro.
He brings more to the table than
Telling
LeBron.
you, I say this. I still haven't seen, and I don't know if it's because he overseas. I still ain't seen this dude play. Like, I know when LeBron was in high school, they nationally televised his game because he was that.
They
solid.
national,
his
they
too.
they televised his
see it.
game.
I did not see it on ESPN.
Oh well, then you're not watching.
It was on ESPN.
I don't know where it was, but I know I
showed
watched
it.
it.
See?
They
I
have
know
it.
I watched it. I don't remember where
I
I
know
watched it.
LeBron.
Thank you.
I know
Yeah.
LeBron James was prime time ESPN 7 o'clock in high school. I ain't see Wembanyama yet. I ain't even seen him play.
All I'm
It's
saying is
YouTube
there's a lot of hype
clips,
for
it's
this.
a Bruder
There's
film.
a lot of hype.
It's all this shit out here, but
Yeah, it's a lot
I
of
ain't
hype
even
for
see
a
him
dude.
play.
But have you watched? So you haven't watched him.
all
So
I'm
then,
saying-
how can you say that he's not what he is?
I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying they putting a lot of gas on it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is if
Because
you
I
watch
feel
him
like,
play a game,
I feel like if
he
they
passes
saw
the eye
him,
test.
I feel like if they saw him and saw what everybody is saying, then we would have seen him in America on TV.
And here's the thing,
Because
Spike.
that's what we
And Spike, they broadcasted his game on TV in
Nah,
America.
but bro, it was like ESPN Plus or Netflix Extra.
But
Like
you
it
gotta
wasn't on
understand.
ESPN.
But you got to understand, he plays in a different part of the world. So by the time they're broadcasting, it's not prime time.
ESPN
They're not
okay.
going to play at 3 a.m. just to appease America.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that.
I just think there's a lot of gas
ESPN ain't
on
covered
the
it the way they covered LeBron.
I'm not
Would
going.
you
They
agree with
have.
that?
I'm not going as far as
They
you.
have.
They've covered him the way they covered LeBron.
LeBron is a little bit different because obviously he's American born.
That's all I'm saying is they covered LeBron a lot more.
I'll put it to you like this. They've never covered an international prospect like they have Wembanyama.
That's fair. I was sold way more on LeBron coming
I
out.
feel you.
Than him.
I understand.
Because
You
they
not
put the
doing
machine
because
behind LeBron.
because here's the thing. You're not searching. You're not doing your research. You're
I'm
a
not.
football guy.
Right.
You're not a basketball guy.
He trying to call you up.
No, I'm just saying.
You don't know nothing.
I'm just saying.
I'm not looking at
There's
YouTube
enough
women
saying
on the
stay in
video.
your lane. There's enough tape out there. There's enough tape out there for anybody to go search.
Yeah,
I'll give you the fact that they didn't cover him like they did LeBron. LeBron is an American.
Let me
homegrown.
ask you this question, FIFO. If Wembanyama does not win Rookie of the Year, would you be surprised?
Yes.
Okay.
The only other person that could win it over him is Scoop.
Yeah,
That's the
what I'm
only
saying,
other
but would
person.
you still be surprised?
Yeah, I would still be surprised.
Okay.
I would still be surprised.
Moving on. More basketball talk. Something that I wasn't surprised about. The ending to this Boston-Philadelphia series. It was the last series of the second round. So, of course, it got highlighted. It was on ABC. Mid-afternoon on Mother's Day weekend, right?
Everybody watch.
Everybody watching. Hopefully, then Embiid's mama was watching. FIFO, you always FIFO love to call out people's credentials on this show, and I like to. This is where I get to gloat because ever since I came on this program, I've always said that this whole Philly thing, starting from the process till now, has been trash. And I've been bashing everything about it. Still giving credit to Embiid because he's still a great player, but as far as the success of what this franchise is going in, it's never been. I say the Knicks have been more successful in the last 10 years.
Nick,
When's
the last time you went to the
FIFO, you got time to talk.
When did you go to the ECF?
I got time to talk.
No, you don't.
Let me get this out.
Because your time is you
this
ran
out.
it out that
Let me
fast.
get this out. The fact that they brought in Doc Rivers, another nigga who I've been calling out since I've been on this program.
You have.
Yeah, that is true.
They brought him here originally to help Ben Simmons become a better basketball player. He did what? Sheldon, the complete opposite. Drove the nigga out.
Well, he
ran the nigga out of town.
He
ran him out of town.
He ran him out of town and drove the bus over him.
Ben rode himself out of town. That was a Ben Simmons thing.
But
Doc drove him though. Doc was like, okay, you ready to go?
Doc
Let's go.
ordered the Uber.
Yeah, you ready to go? Let's go. Oh, you
Doc
leaving?
ordered the Uber, but that was all Ben Simmons. He decided he was ready.
And then they had the audacity to get James Harden. You know, if you a nigga who has the trouble of getting over the hump, Lou, what's the last nigga you want on your side? Another nigga who got trouble getting over the hump.
I ain't even showing up when it's time to get over the hump. Look, when it's time to get over the hump, I'm not even coming, bro. I ain't even gonna be there.
Hey man, y'all got it.
James Harden gonna hit him with the Magic Johnson.
So we got
meme,
James,
like.
and then Doc Rivers had the audacity to have a lead in the series.
Was
Where
they up there?
James Harden showed out more than we ever thought James Harden would show out. Won 2 games single-handedly, most of us would say.
Well, one game single-handedly. Game one.
Game 1 in another game.
Which other game?
45
game-
and 42 in another game.
Yeah.
What
He
other
had a
game?
3 in overtime to give them the lead.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Okay, what, game 3, game 4?
They game
Got
three.
things-
It was the one that put him up 3-2.
Okay.
No, it wasn't game 5.
five.
It was
Game
the one
three.
that tied.
Game 4. It's right 4.
Okay.
So he got him 2 games. Usually I always say a superstar can get you 2 games. So I guess he's still technically somewhat of a superstar. He had the audacity to give Doc Rivers a lead. Sheldon, I trust Dr. Pepper more than I trust Doc Rivers. I told y'all, I was like, oh, Doc up. Hey, Sean, I said,
yeah, you
I said, bet everything on Boston.
You pushed all the chips on the table when they
all the
went.
chips on the
As soon as that game was over.
Statistically, Doc got the worst record in Game 7s in the history.
Oh,
of
we
the
gonna
league.
get to. Let's talk about it now. Let's see the
Crazy.
NBA records that Doc Rivers has. Before I'm gonna pass it to y'all. I just want to get this out. Doc Rivers has 33 losses in closeout games. NBA records.
That is ridiculous.
Lost 7 series when up 3-2. 7 series went up to 3-2. He's lost 10 game 7s. 10 game 7s he's lost.
That's crazy in itself right there.
He's lost 12 series while holding a series lead. These are all NBA records as a head coach. So it wasn't surprising that Philly fired his ass as soon as Monday morning hit, basically.
Yeah, I was expecting
Everybody
it.
saw that coming.
Yeah.
So FIFO,
What up?
do the 76ers need to blow up the whole roster? Outside of Embiid, of course.
Yes, outside of Embiid, that was the caveat I was going to throw in there. Here's the thing: I saw something today, and I've been saw it, but obviously it's resurfacing after Philly done lost. When Jimmy Butler's heading to the locker room, he's a Miami Heat at this point, and he said Tobias Harris over me.
You remember that? Yeah.
Yes, and the crazy part about it is Philly chose to give Tobias Harris 5 years, $180 million, which was a max contract at that time, over Jimmy Buckets. And as an organization, you gotta know like what it is that's gonna take you over that proverbial hump that you talked about previously. And Jimmy Buckets is one of those guys. Why? Because he's a gamer, mentally one of the toughest dudes in the league. And if you are a great team, but you need that push, Tobias isn't that guy. Tobias is a nice role player, but he's not the guy to get you over. Jimmy is. So this organization, I agreed with the process to a degree. I understand that the only way that you can win in this league is by getting talent. You either, and I always say, you either buy your talent or you draft your talent. The best way to do it is to draft your talent because they're cheap. And then you know what you have, and then you build around that, which is what they did. Along the way, Ben Simmons lost his way. Joel is the only guy. They made the appropriate moves that they needed to make, and but at the end of the day right now, Doc obviously is out of here. James Harden is atrocious in the playoffs.
He leaving, right?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah,
He's atrocious in the playoffs. We've seen him and Chris Paul, to me, they're in the same bucket. Every time that they get a really good team, it's a shortcoming. And it's not like I balled out and my team let me down. It's not like James Harden scored 55 and Joel scored 15 and struggled. It's not like, dog, I left it all on the court. This man, I saw a stat. This man took 6 shots in the fourth quarter in the whole series. Combined.
He has zero.
James Harden, he was 0 for 6
He has-
in the fourth quarter. Combined.
Games 5 through 7.
Yeah,
Games 5 through 7.
0 points in the fourth quarter.
What?
5 through 7.
Like, we talk about being the guy or being a superstar, right? Like Jimmy Buckets is the guy because when it comes playoff time and when the pressure is the most, he rises to the occasion.
Steps up, yep.
What the hell is James? Nick, to answer your question in a very short answer, yes, they need to blow the shit up.
The crazy thing about that comment did Jimmy Butler say that they chose Tobias Harris over him, it was really that they chose Ben Simmons. Because they didn't want him to do the same thing that he did to Cat in Minnesota because they know that Ben Simmons was fragile. He can play better with a nigga like Tobias Harris who's soft to gonna let him get it off. But if I plan on keeping Ben Simmons here, I can't keep Jimmy Butler because that eventually happened anyway, but Jimmy Butler gonna run him out of time.
There needs to be maybe not a 30 for 30 or 15 for 15 on Tobias Harris. How he stole a max deal amount of money from the 76ers and has no one talks about Tobias Harris. I seen him in commercials with that big dude who was in John Wick. Like he is going.
Tobias Harris got commercials?
He had a commercial.
Yeah,
bro.
him and Boban was really good
Yeah,
friends, so
yeah.
they had commercials.
They had a
together.
commercial together.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's crazy.
to me, this goes back to I got to start at the top, bro. It's management. Like I know, Ken, I want to talk to you about Embiid because I feel like people are saying like Embiid may not be getting that much pressure or heat. But to me, this is management and starting off with, like, you talked about how they start off with losing to get these assets. They didn't even draft well enough.
No, they didn't.
They lucked into Joel Embiid because they was picking top 5 in the draft for like 8 years straight and just wasting talent.
They got Maxey, didn't they?
That's just recently.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
recent.
That wasn't part of the process.
But
Yeah, that
wasn't part of the process.
Presley was gone by then.
Gotcha.
You that was part of the problem for me when they got rid of the GM when he left. It kind of messed the process up. I think the process would have kind of worked a little better if they had kept their GM. But drafting Markelle Fultz was ridiculous to me. That was crazy.
They picked him over Tatum,
Okafor,
right?
what to me was the first.
Jaleel
miss-up.
Okafor was the first one.
And I like
Noel.
Jaleel. And
What
I
about
thought he-
Nerlens Noel?
Nerlens Noel
Yep.
too.
Yeah, because they had 3 bigs.
Yeah, they didn't need none of that. But
that's
but
press-
the
that's
Markelle
those hinky.
Fultz
Those
thing
hinky.
was just the most ridiculous pick I've ever seen in my life. Like that was crazy. And then
Why you say
also
that? What made it ridiculous?
because he just didn't show it. He didn't have it. He was a good college player at one point, but he was already starting that downtrend. So when he came in the league and couldn't remember how to shoot basketballs anymore, and they had to figure it out, and they was like, well, maybe it's his shoulder and all that stuff. And then we looking at Jason Tatum blossom.
He had some hype though coming out of college.
He did.
It wasn't, but he still wasn't going to be Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had more talent, and I would have loved to have seen Jason Tatum go there. The second part of that was trading away. I thought that Bridges pick was excellent, but to trade Bridges, whose mom works for Philly, to trade him to Phoenix, it was just crazy. It was crazy.
On
to me.
draft night, too.
For Zaire Smith. I'm like, Zaire Smith is what? And he ain't in the league no more. 2 years, he's gone.
Ken, talk to me about Embiid.
You can't have 2 points when you're down 3 after halftime of a winnable game, and you're the MVP, and you say all the right things, but I was really curious to see the actions behind it. You know, I saw his press conference after blowing Game 6, and it sounded like he was like, man, I ain't even get the ball with 4 minutes to go. We all know you got to demand the ball, blah, 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 blah. But you know, he seemed like he was like, I didn't get the ball, you know, it felt like, you know, if I would have got the ball, I would have won the game, even though that's suspect because we saw what Horford did against him, and that's why P.J. Tucker had to cut his ass out. But anyway.
So that was saying the right thing, though?
Yeah, it was saying the right thing, but the actions didn't support it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying all things. I need to get the ball. I didn't touch the ball in the last 4 minutes, which is atrocious. That's Doc. That's also him, too.
To me, that's not saying the right thing. The right thing is, like, I got to be more dominant. I got to call for the ball.
He said that.
Okay,
he said
that's
that.
what he said.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said that. He said, that's what I'm saying. He's saying a lot of the right things, but his actions in that game didn't support it. So I was like, okay, well, you're saying all this stuff. Let's see what you do in Game 7.
And then, so are you saying he said the right things after Game 7 too? When he said that him and James Harden can't win alone?
You know, that was taken out of context.
So how was that taken out of context? Because I only saw the.
Yeah,
It was-
people were
it
floating
was-
that
it was-
around.
he,
Yeah.
He starts off the interview saying, like, it starts with me, like, I got to be better. And then it's like, then we got to be better.
He
And
took a lot of blame.
And then he was like, you know, it's not just me. And, like, it can't just be me. It can't just be James Harden. It's got to be. Like, the clip that they put out makes it seem like he was throwing people under the
Because
bus.
I was killing it.
Yeah. I was like, oh, he's crazy. And then I
Yeah.
listened, but I was like, hold on, let me hear the whole sound bite. And it's like, that's like
Okay.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whole
15
Yeah,
seconds
yeah.
into something.
So that's what he said. So I was killing him in the chat because I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You only scored 2 points. So you're gonna have the nerve to say it takes more than you." You were saying it's like you had just scored like 50. Oh, they are not giving them any calls. So
It's Denver. And they ain't gonna let you.
so yeah, but at the end of the day, bro, my thing is Joel is very clear about what his goals are. I want to win MVP and I want to win a title. He finally won the MVP. You have a 3-2 lead, and you have a game at home. You have a 2-point lead with 5 or 6 minutes to go. Your conference finals is right there. You blew it.
You couldn't ask for a better way to win that game.
This happened
You
in
couldn't.
Toronto, too.
And then, well, that Kawhi just hit a hell of a shot. And then on top of that, so okay, well, fine. You know what? We fucked that up. You would think they would learn from their mistakes. Yeah. It's a 3-point game. You won the first quarter. You're only down by 3 going into the halftime. It's a very winnable game. You're the MVP, and you have 2 points. Yeah. After scoring 13, it's unacceptable. You cannot do that, especially now that you're the MVP. Like I told y'all in the chat, with me, it's all about finals watch for Embiid. I don't even think I picked them to get out of the second round anyway. So they finished where I had them finishing. But for me, all this other shit, none of this shit don't matter. You got the MVP. I don't know if he'll ever play in the finals. I definitely don't think he's ever going to win the ring.
I ain't going that far.
I don't know, man.
Depends on who they bring in the coach, one, and then what talent they surround it with if they blow it up.
If I'm Philly, I'm calling Ty Lue peoples and being like, hey, bro, I'll write a blank check for your ass to come through here.
I want Sam Cassell to be the coach.
Sam
Cassell?
Sam, I am.
I love Sam.
I do too.
I don't mind him getting a coaching job.
I don't think that this is a good entry coaching job.
It's not.
Because there's too much expectation there, and I think that because you're going to be coaching the former MVP, you need to have somebody that has the resume of that, and Ty Lue does have the resume of that. Now, here's the thing: I could definitely tell you, based off of how Ty Lue coaches, James Harden is not a Ty Lue guy.
James Harden ain't gonna be there.
James Harden out of there.
He ain't gonna be there.
Ty Lue still the Clippers coach, right?
But he about to be out of there.
They firing him?
If they haven't fired him already, I think he's out.
I thought he was available already.
Yeah, because they talking about his name for other jobs like the Bucks job.
Oh, I didn't even know he got fired.
Yeah, I don't know if he got fired. I think it's like they mutually parted ways.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mike Budenholzer when he left Atlanta. Like he was still the head coach, but they said, "Hey, you could go talk to other people if you want to."
Man, it is halftime of this game. It's 72 Denver, 54 Lakers. Joker got 19 points, 16 rebounds, and 7
It may be a sweep.
and a half.
17 rebounds.
They
Fez
took
did
one
a
away,
sweep.
looked like.
They did.
Yeah.
They just
With 6
He
assists.
on pace to have over 30 rebounds in this game.
It may be a sweep.
No, I don't know about that.
AD got 18 points, but he
It
only
may
got
be a
2
sweep.
rebounds.
Real talk, bro. If they don't, cause like you need prime time LeBron and AD to be really competitive in a series, cause the depth that Denver has is overwhelming for the Lakers.
You need primetime AD. I think you need orchestrator LeBron.
You need 39-9. What LeBron did in Game 6, you
don't
need
need
that, bro. You're going against. Read the stats again, Sean. What did Joker got?
Joker got 19 points, 7 assists, and 16 rebounds.
If I could get
In
one
a
game,
half.
Bruce Brown
if
got
I could
14
get one
points and
game
4
like that
rebounds
out
off
of
the bench.
LeBron, two
Are we talking about
games
this
out of
game now?
AD.
What we doing?
Oh, it was halftime, so
Oh,
I was
okay.
giving a little quick. Bruce
thought
Brown
we
got
were previewing
14
the
out the bench.
You can't let Bruce Brown get you 14. You cannot let Bruce Brown score like this.
You can't have Joker dunking on niggas.
Joker gonna get his. You cannot have Bruce Brown scoring on you and talking about it like he one of them guys. That's the problem.
If he talking to Malika Andrews at half, it's a problem.
Yeah, so if you got Bruce Brown doing the halftime, it's over with. You might well not even.
That's
come
what
out
I'm
the second
saying.
half,
Their
yeah.
depth is just overwhelming. Like,
They don't even have that much
You ain't about to
depth.
get shit from Monty Walker.
What I think Nick means by depth is like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th players. Not even going down past that. It's just the people after AD and LeBron.
Yeah.
The talent drop off.
It's like if you look at
Yeah.
this, if you look at just the series in general, we're just ranking players.
Yeah.
It's like maybe Joker, AD, or LeBron. Like it's like you get Joker, then AD, LeBron, and somewhere,
Then Denver
and then
Nuggets.
it's the rest of the Denver Nuggets roster, and then you got Austin
Yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah, Austin Reeves is probably the only other one that's in that group.
Russell?
Who else would you?
Russell.
Bro, I'm
Russell
picking a
ain't
lot
in
of
there.
Denver niggas. With
Murray.
Russell.
Once you get to Murray, maybe MPJ, but after that, I
I'm
think
picking
it's a
Aaron
push.
Gordon. I'm picking Aaron Gordon
Nah,
over.
'cause
Aaron
Y'all
Gordon, bro.
Y'all taking
Yeah,
Hell
Aaron,
no.
Aaron Gordon makes a difference as far as the game goes. Like
more than Austin Reeves and
Yeah, he
Still
got
one of the worst contracts.
Watch Austin
Yeah.
Reeves this series and
And he
tell me
plays
more than
defense.
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves averaged 16 a game.
I'm saying in this series. Watch, we gonna watch this series and tell me if Austin
AD
Reeves
in the
gonna
first
get
half got 8 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound.
8 points.
Yeah.
Nigga put up 20 and 17 on him in the first half. He got 8 points.
Yeah, who
That's
got
unacceptable.
20 and 17? No,
I was-
no.
Talking about-
I
Aaron
was talking about
Gordon.
Joker. Oh,
Aaron
I
Gordon
thought you
has
was talking
that.
about Joker.
80 got 18 and 2
Oh, okay,
rebounds.
got you.
Yeah,
Only 2 rebounds.
2 rebounds.
That's
See,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but then again, he got 18 points. So LeBron has what 11 points, 8 rebounds.
LeBron need to
and
bring
3
that up.
assists.
You gotta steal one of these
The
games
best
on the
hope,
road, bro.
the best hope for them, the Lakers, LeBron cut it on second half because he
Yeah.
seemed like he's been pacing himself well throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's learned a lot more now where to pick his spots at, and it seems like it's a lot
This
more
is his-
effective.
This is his finals for me, because whoever wins the East, you could argue that whoever's coming out the West is our overwhelming favorite. But to me, this is the tougher
They
challenge.
got the Celtics winning it all.
Yeah,
Vegas
Celtics the
odds.
favorite in the league.
We shall see.
And we'll see.
Part of LeBron's issue is his feet. So that's why you haven't seen the multiple explosive plays from him, and he has paced himself because physically he's just not 100% at all. So that is partly why he has taken a step back. But I think it's actually helped the others develop. True. You know what I'm saying? You watch LeBron. It's kind of weird letting other players bring up the ball, setting it up, and he's just chilling. He's like, oh, well, shit, let me go play defense. Right. It's kind of weird seeing that, but we talking about 38 turning 39. You know what I'm saying? Like, that takes a toll, and his feet are just not where they need to be right now. So
the others are going to be the problem in this series, I think, because I don't know if they can step up and handle the load. You got Hachimura has 9 points, but you take him off, everybody else combined has about 15 points.
To me, it's not a points thing. How much is Denver out rebounding the Lakers by?
Oh, a ton.
It's a hell.
That's the difference in this.
Yeah, they
series.
have 10 plus offensive rebounds.
As a team, the Lakers have 13 rebounds. Joker got 16.
Denver's a tall team too.
No, they're big as hell. The rebounding is going to be the difference in this series. If the Lakers can rebound, they could be in it. If they're going to
got 7 rebounds.
Yeah, if they're going to get out rebounded like that, they will get swept.
True. Talking about a team that is not in the playoffs no longer, we got to talk about Golden State. Lou, you brought up something I think you posted something in our chat. I think it was a Steve Kerr comment that he was saying that, frankly, we weren't a championship team.
All of a sudden,
Fire Steve Kerr.
Can't stand Steve Kerr.
I ain't going that far, but I think Steve Kerr is overrated. But
he is.
Lou, what did you think about this year of Golden State, and what changes do they need to make this offseason? Should they get rid of Poole or Draymond Green?
Well, Draymond got a player option. I think that he's a staple in the organization, so they'll figure something out, whether they got to restructure something, because he's going to be back.
He's going to opt in.
Yeah, he's going to opt in. They have no choice.
Ain't no one offering him $27 million.
Yeah, they got no choice.
I thought it was 35.
No, it's
I thought
27.
it's 27. Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't nobody offering him that.
Nobody's
he's
taking
not
that
opting
trade, and he's not opting out, so he'll be back.
Yeah.
I do feel like the Jordan Poole being on the trade block is a conversation that Golden State should be having.
He's a wizard.
They want to keep those core guys there. Steph, they have to realize that he's not the guy that he used to be. He's maybe the fourth option on a team now.
What?
Maybe the fourth option on the team
You talking
now.
about Steph Curry?
I mean, excuse me, not Steph. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm in Clay. I'm in Clay.
I'm about to turn the mic off.
I'm in Clay. I'm sorry. Fan it down.
And I was like, hey,
Nick was going to be like, yeah.
FIFA was about to turn it over.
No, I'm sorry.
FIFA was about to fall off the stage.
Clay.
I did too.
They got to realize that Clay is maybe the third or fourth option now.
Yeah.
So you bring in somebody who can help Steph Curry, more athletic, someone of that nature that can play defense on the wing. I don't think that they're in full rebuild mode because they have such a good front office, so they're going to be able to make some plays to get what they need to get, and that's going to start with getting Jordan Poole and Jordan Poole out of town.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, whenever we talk about these hypotheticals, I feel like we always look at it from one perspective, primarily, right? Like, we're talking about Golden State. We're talking about moving on from Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is extremely talented, a little airheadish on the court at times.
Streaky.
You know what I'm saying? Very streaky. But how are you going to get better from moving on from him? Because what we're talking about is getting a player that's better than Jordan Poole, right? And trading Jordan Poole for that player. What organization, like, Boston is not giving up Jaylen Brown.
I said
if I'm
the Knicks could give up Randall.
If I'm the Warriors, though,
Randall for
Oh,
Poole.
Randall loving that somebody.
Is he not an All-NBA player?
He's
I'll
not.
take
He's
it.
not
I'll
what
take
Golden
that.
State needs.
Is he not an All-NBA player?
You have Draymond.
Randall's percentages in the playoffs historically.
Yes,
are
horrible.
horrendous. You
Yeah,
cannot
that's
do it.
as a number one. But if you put him as a 3 or a 4,
he's gonna look
I
just like
wouldn't
that.
take that chance. I wouldn't.
I'd rather have
the Knicks
Draymond.
can get back Poole and
Rather have
Wiggins.
Draymond.
I want Kuminga in a draft pick from the Wizards.
For-
Not Kuminga.
for-
Kyle Kuzma in the draft
For
pick.
Kuz?
why would I
Why
get
would you
Bill?
do? Who
Why would
does
I
that?
get Bill, though?
I thought you
I
were
feel
talking
like
about
I would
Bill.
be able to
Well,
get
Bill would be the ideal.
If I'm the Warriors, I'm going to give you Poole and whoever else you
And
want
Wiggins.
and whatever draft picks you
Poole
need.
and Wiggins for Bill?
And give me Bill here.
I'm
and
thinking that
now
Bill-
I got
they
Steph,
wouldn't
I
want
got Bill, I got Clay, and I feel like you can compete in the West with that. But yeah, if I got to get rid of Poole, then fine. Because Steve Kerr came out and said he feels like that the team never trusted each other after the incident that happened in the preseason.
Why we talking about this shit like this nigga ain't get punched in the
That's what I'm
face?
saying. Like, everybody was ignoring it. Even when he was, you could see the body language in the playoffs. Like he would walk to the bench, nobody was fucking.
I
with him
won't fuck with
still.
him. Bro, would you fuck with a nigga if he punched you in the face?
Nobody was fucking with him. It wasn't he didn't fuck with anybody. It was like, oh, everybody was like, Draymond hit you in the mouth, bro.
Well, that I listened to Draymond's podcast, and I mean, Kerr obviously knows, but Draymond was bigging him up and talking big about him, after he had game 1. But you don't get rid of Poole.
Really?
You get rid of Draymond.
Nah, you can't.
Ain't nobody gonna take
Yeah,
it.
You get rid of Draymond, bro.
Your whole
Draymond
what you're
great?
getting in return is nowhere near what you're
Draymond's
getting.
contract is up, so you don't even have to worry about that.
No.
He opted in. It's a player option.
Yeah, it's a player option. He's gonna opt in, and if you trade Draymond,
You're
what
not
are you
gonna-
gonna get in
you're gonna
return?
get
You're gonna
less
get pennies
value
on the
than you get
dollar.
with Poole.
Exactly. So Poole is the more valuable player. You got to move Poole right now because he's more valuable.
He's depreciated.
He averaged 20.
Yeah, but he's still more valuable than Draymond right now.
Didn't he average 25 in the
20.
season?
He averaged
He
20.
did.
Because here's the thing,
He fell
Ken.
off a cliff in the play.
Draymond is a very particular fit. Like he can't just go anywhere. Poole fits in more organizations than Draymond does.
Bro, you're not winning any more championships with this team. No matter who you move.
That's
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know
if
about
they
don't know
trade
about
for
that.
Randall, they may be able to compete.
Get out of here.
You just
Hey,
want Randall.
How you gonna win
the
titles
Knicks-
with this
The
team?
Knicks need more shooting, so that's what I.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I hope I Poole.
Well, you don't think Steph is elite no more?
Yes, he is, but what about the rest of them dudes?
That's why I moved Poole.
Clay fell off a cliff.
And he moves to 4th. Like whoever I move Poole for should be a 2nd or 3rd option.
Wait, hold on.
Look,
Bradley Beal would be a great option.
They told me that Clay was back.
They did say that.
They told me.
I told you he wasn't.
They lied.
I said he wasn't,
It's
but
over.
they
Clay
said
Clay had some good games
he has
today.
some moments.
He had moments
was
in
he?
there.
Was he?
That's what
Was
he
he
is
game
now.
6?
He was
He's
like
moments
this.
now. He ain't Clay no more.
Yeah,
He
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 was-
wore down the stretch.
Yeah.
He had to
Like-
play
like
more
he
than
can't-
anything.
You know an
He
interesting
Clay
player,
Aiken more than Clay Thompson.
an interesting player for the Golden State Warriors to me is DeMar DeRozan. Because we're talking about an athletic wing,
That's
6'8". You know what I'm saying?
That's bad luck.
Nah, that's a fair. That's fair. though.
You know,
Bardo got no good winning pedigree shot in the playoffs.
That's why
you
you
know
bring
who
him
else
to
was
Golden
like that
State,
before
though.
he got to Golden State?
Who was that?
Andre Iguodala. He would be that type of player for them.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no
That's
one
a
brought
good move.
Iggy in thinking he
That's
was
a
gonna
good
be
move right
the piece away from us getting over the hump to a
When he
title.
left
Wait a
Philly, he
minute.
was.
Wait
When he
a
left
minute.
Philly, he
Hold on. I gotta go.
Not
back.
when he got
I
to
gotta
Golden
go
State.
back.
Iggy left Philly, he was a piece to
We
the
don't
title.
care about Iggy. Iggy, you asking right now. This team was light years ahead. They said they were light years ahead. Nick,
Hey,
What
Ken,
they say,
Nick,
kid? Go
Dynasty.
ahead, you preach.
Nick, you remember
Nick
last
Dynasty.
year?
Hey, I remember.
You remember
wasn't
last year? Everybody
Absolutely.
remember last year.
I'm right here.
Moody. Oh, we heard about Kuminga. We heard about all those guys. GP,
Wiseman, too.
Wiseman. Man, these guys, they what does it say? They're using the vets to train the guys that are gonna take over the mantle when the vets get old and get out. All them motherfuckers y'all
like
trying
that
to
show
get rid
Foundation.
of. Y'all trying to get rid of all of them. I told y'all
I'm
them
not trying to
motherfuckers
get rid of all of them.
Shit.
Moody's still gonna be there. Kaminga's on the fence, and Poole can go.
Now Kuminga on the fence. Y'all love Kuminga.
I love Kaminga still.
Well, you know
I
what-
still
you
love
know-
Kuminga.
You know who I blame for?
He couldn't even
You
get
know
off the bench.
who you blame, Nick? Because I bet it's the same person I blame. Who you blame?
Bro, Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
is a part of
Steve
this
Kerr.
problem.
Why is
He's
Steve
the coach.
Curry?
Because he's the coach. He's supposed to be developing.
Once I
those
saw
guys.
that, once I
was
saw
the
that
point.
scene of Andre Iguodala when Steve Kerr handed him the clipboard and he was drawing up plays, I was like, get this man up out of here. This nigga cut his
Now
salary.
it's
You
Kerr.
know,
cut his
Pop,
salary.
you know
I
Pop
just-
used to do that
Now
too,
it's
right?
Kerr fault?
You
That
know
man's-
Pop used to
that
do that,
man's
right?
I've seen,
Nasty on
I've seen,
steroids.
I've seen Pop win in different generations, different eras, and I've seen Pop train up players as well too, i.e.
And
Kawhi
coaches.
Leonard,
And
i.e. Javante Murray, who he traded who he fleeced the Atlanta Hawks to get back
But
assets
this
for.
man want to talk about Wembanyama going there like it's a bad thing.
What did I
Okay.
say? We all said that it's the
How
best
is
place
this
for him to
Kerr's
go.
fault? I agree. Kerr
I
might be a
wanna
little
know
bit
who-
overrated.
I'm not saying it's all his
Because
fault.
he was
I'm
supposed
saying-
to develop that second wave of players.
I
That was the
wanna
point.
know.
It wasn't shit to
moved
develop.
nothing. They had talent. You seen it.
No, I didn't. Y'all
didn't
saw
see it?
something. No, absolutely. I never saw it.
Hey, I had to convince Ken to say that Jordan Poole was even decent.
Jordan Poole showed us.
I know he didn't show Ken nothing. I had to bring it
Wait,
to his
y'all-
attention.
y'all
We
trying
saw
to
him
get rid
regress.
of him.
We saw him regress. We
Only
fell off a
because-
cliff.
yeah, he
You get rid of.
regressed.
You sell high.
No, we
Whose
saw
fault
him
is
get
it,
punched.
Ken?
That's what
Whose
he
fault is it?
It's Clay fault. It's all them niggas y'all hyped up fault. These motherfuckers let GP go. Nick, they were so desperate, they brought the motherfucker back.
They traded to bring him back too. That was the
They
fucked up.
traded to bring him
They
back.
traded a nigga they drafted.
They
over
got rid of fucking Wiseman because they were trying to win a title. They knew shit was
They
on the wall.
traded away a number 2 overall pick, Shelton, for a nigga they had last year on
8th man off the bench.
They blaming everybody. Kerr,
Not
Kerr
even
the only
he
one that
hurt.
showed up.
He was hurt. He couldn't
He
even
came back
play.
hurt. Yeah. Steve Kerr had no control over that team. Losing Mike
Why
Brown
is it
was
Steve
heavy.
Kerr's fault though?
It's
'Cause he's the
management.
coach.
It's management.
He's the coach.
It's management, bro.
He's the
Eventually,
coach.
we all, well, I guess,
bro.
me and Ken knew there was regression with these players based off of injury and age. But people still had high expectations for them. It's like, okay, if that's the case, then that means that not only the players are going to play to another level, but as we know, in the playoffs, coaches get exposed. We just saw 3 jobs get hacked because coaches got exposed.
People that won
Steve
titles.
Kerr didn't get
and
When I
made the
see
finals.
Steve Kerr got exposed in the regular season when he saw that road record, and then he tried to bring that shit to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Luckily, another injury happened to a starting point guard
Sure
that
did.
changed the series slightly. Even though it went to Game 7,
Yep.
Steph had to drop 50, which goes back to my point when I told FIFO earlier this season. I was like, I don't know if Steph can carry this team like he did last season. I didn't even think he could do it last season, but he proved me wrong. Once again, Steph tried to do all he could, but that team he carrying is shitball now.
They blew
They one move away,
3 double-digit leads versus the Lakers.
And that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of lack of focus. We saw it. It wasn't like they were just getting
All
played
year.
out played.
We
It
saw
was
it all year.
all up here. And that, to me, is the coach.
Bro, this is
Jordan
the
Poole.
championship team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The coach is the one that keeps
didn't
everything
prepare
in
him.
line.
He ain't
They were
prepare
not
him.
Bro,
prepared. That's why they couldn't win
Curry,
rings, bro.
Clay, Draymond. I heard Draymond talk on his podcast and hype up the championship experience. I'm not buying this on Kerr. Draymond talked about that. He said he sat down and talked to Clay and Curry, and they knew what they
that's
needed
the
to do
thing.
to go out and win.
But that's why you get rid of Jordan Poole, because he was throwing off the championship pedigree. They said before one of the games that Steph told him, man, if you don't want to be here, then don't get on the bus. If he's acting like that around everybody else who's trying to contribute to the championship, then he got to go. And I feel like if he got to go, they can still sell it as, he's just a bad fit
But Spike-
here in Golden State. So we can get a Bradley Beal. We can get a Damian Lillard. We can get somebody of high value. They got to throw in a lot of picks and stuff. Trust me, but if they the geniuses that they say, y'all,
think they got
that
it.
y'all say they
Like
are,
years
they
ahead.
gonna get a lot for Poole. That's just it.
So Poole was just a piece of it, right? A bigger piece, in my opinion, was Clay. The
But he's just
inconsistent.
old. Nobody beats Father Time, bro.
I understand that, but shooting, and I understand that shooting could be off and on, but we're talking about a top 5 greatest shooter of all time.
The defense is why Clay was elite, though.
Is what separated him.
Right.
But at the end of the day, old man game is I can still run around. I can still
can't
shoot
guard
the-
nobody like
but,
I used
but,
to.
But we not. For,
That's
for-
what they need Clay for.
But-
He was Scottie Pippen on that team.
They needed him to hit those shots.
Thank you.
Yeah, his
They-
legs were-
because-
his legs
because-
were
I
gone,
got,
though.
but see,
No, because
when
you
that
know who they
decreases-
need for defense right now is Wiggins. Wiggins is their defensive. What do you
Wiggins
mean,
is-
nah?
Why you keep
Yeah.
bringing up
Wiggins?
Wiggins,
Nah.
bro?
Wiggins is not their defensive
No.
guard.
What are he
He
doing this
is.
year? What are he
All
doing?
right, so wait,
That's
so,
why they
so,
at
so wait, so
That's
why
why
we,
they at
so
home.
why are we jumping
But
off
that's
the
why
deep
they
end?
at home.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
you're
on,
right,
hold on,
you're
hold
right,
on.
you're right.
Why,
That's why
so
they
why,
at
wait,
home.
wait, hold on. So why are we jumping off the deep end if we're
Because-
talking about? Because if we're talking about perimeter defense, their defensive guy now is Wiggins, and he's still, let's say, a top 10 elite wing
is.
defender.
Wiggins
He's top
is
10.
Shit.
He's right, though.
First of all, what the fuck does that even mean, bruh? Because when you brought up Wiggins this whole season, he was like, wait for Wiggins to get back. That's the piece that they need is to continue this championship run. We see Wiggins get cooked in 2 series.
Because
I seen him lose.
Wiggins is their new version of Iguodala. Iguodala wasn't out
Iggy
there
was
to
more
score
clutch.
35.
Iggy was more clutch.
Iggy wasn't out there to score 35. Iggy was out there to hit timely buckets and to play the best defense on the best player or the second
When
best
did
player.
Wiggins have a timely bucket in either of the series?
last year's run he did, but not this
Thank
year.
you.
I'm
Last
talking about.
year.
Yeah,
I
we
understand.
talking about this
Thank
year.
you. I understand.
He had good games
I'm not talking
in
about
that
his
first
offense.
series.
No, he did not.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
I seen him
one
miss
game. He
a
was
wide
alright.
open ass 3 to close out a game.
He was all right. However, I'm not talking about Wiggins' offense. I'm talking about his defense. Klay Thompson's offense is what that team was lacking. Is what that team was
Poole
lacking.
was really what they were lacking more than
That
anything
too.
else. The pool part to me was the most glaring thing. When Steph takes a break, when Steph sits down, Poole used to run that second unit and would run them ragged. When Poole got out there, they took a break.
Bruh,
Like this dude about to just fuck it all up.
he is suffering from an ongoing
Yeah, he has a
concussion.
yeah.
Because he got
He
hit by a dark skin
PTSD.
nigga.
Yeah.
That was bad
man,
luck.
He missed a layup and Draymond walked up to him. He jumped one
Anytime
time.
he see Draymond, he look at him like the spook under the door.
Oh man. Oh
I
man.
don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think it might be over.
I think they still got a couple moves left. Because Steph still got at least 3 years.
Steph is still good.
This may be
We
the
just seen this man hit 50 in a
we may be
game
at that
seven.
point. Remember a point of Kobe's career where he was still good, but the team was shitty, and then we had to just run through that.
Yeah,
But that was just.
But
that
they
was
were shitty because
was
they didn't
paying
have
too much
talent.
money.
Yeah.
Golden
to
State
Kobe.
still has talent,
Yeah.
and they can
No.
move
And they can
that
move
talent
that
around.
talent.
bro.
Exactly.
We're barely talking about them moving.
Bro,
Poole.
you can get Wiggins gone. You can get Poole
Yep.
gone.
Okay, where else we getting the talent at?
If you trade Wiggins and Poole, wait. If you trade Wiggins and Poole,
Jamal Murray, it's
you get some
over.
nice stuff.
We can-
This game is over.
You
Jamal
get some
Murray
nice
is
stuff
on
for
fire
Wiggins
right
and
now.
Poole.
Bruh, you ain't getting that much nice.
My only thing though is they're gonna need some size. That's the biggest thing that they're lacking in size.
They got
and
Mooney.
defense.
What you mean?
And
They need
traded
another
him away.
one.
Mooney love.
They need another
they
one.
Need, they need anybody else.
They had Wiseman. They let his ass go.
Oh, good
pass, bro.
Jesus.
They gave up on Wiseman like a motherfucker.
They really did.
That
And
was the craziest thing
And
ever.
they fucked up. In hindsight, they
should've
fucked
traded-
up.
They did. I
should've
don't know
traded.
why they
That
would
was
do
their
that.
best
That was
asset. They
that
should've
was-
traded that.
They
That
should've
was
traded that
size and length that you did not have. I don't care if he did. I don't care if he scored no points.
He ain't good.
Yeah, they
That was defense.
We don't know that yet, but they were trying to win the title now. And the thing about Kerr, and see when they won those couple of road games in Sacramento, he tried to come back and discredit what people were saying about their road record. Oh, that team that lost all those games on the road, this is a different team now.
Same like Missoula when he was talking shit in the middle of that series and his ass went to game 7. It was sweating.
Come on, AD.
Yeah, and Missoula, I don't even want it, man.
Missoula
bruh.
ain't shit.
Like, how did
This
you not know we
motherfucker.
playing a 2-man game right now?
What was he doing?
AD's
Yeah,
not
this
there.
this may
Not
be
that
hey FIFA. We may have to get the brooms out.
Man, this is game.
Yeah,
Denver,
this is it.
20
I
points
agree. I
ain't
don't
a
see
lot.
it.
Stop it.
You
Chief.
said 20 points ain't a lot.
No, it's not
It's a lot.
Not in
It's
the
a
NBA.
A lot of the third quarter.
Who gonna make that up on this team?
It's 20.
got
Nah,
D'Angelo Russell
we-
getting
I've
hot?
seen them come back from 15 and 14.
Exactly. Look.
Nah, it's not for them.
I don't know how many times I got to explain this. In basketball, it's a game of runs. You up 20, I go on an 8-0 run. That's a 12 point. What's 12 points?
I'm just saying. You think they gonna win this game?
I do.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just asking.
What I'm saying is that this game isn't. It's still in hand for the Lakers.
It's still in question. But do you have them winning this game?
I haven't. I didn't watch the first half to know like how the game is going. So it's hard to tell. It's hard to say. But like I said, look,
We had the game on this whole fucking time. I ain't really
I
watching.
came in at the end of the second quarter, bruh. I did not see how the whole first half went, so I can't evaluate the game
You ain't
correctly.
coming in that late.
Yeah, I did. I came in when there was only 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, you
and
did.
and the only thing I could go by statistically is
Them rebounds.
them rebounds. If Denver can do that in the second half, they're guaranteed to win.
They
Now,
can do that for the whole series.
we shall see.
They don't have a.
They-
the Lakers don't have an opposing big
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say they hadn't had to. And the thing about it
Is Mo back?
Anthony Davis?
who?
Yeah,
Bamba.
I think
Oh
he's back.
yeah, that's what they said though. Mo Bamba has to play. It's over with anyway.
But it's
Mo
like
Bamba.
you can put him on the court, but it's
He's
like does
fucking
he?
7 something.
No,
It
I
don't
get it,
matter.
but does he fit in? Does he
Who
make
we
the
gonna
right
stop,
plays?
Joker?
Does he have a chemistry?
Not about
They
stopping.
need
etc.
physicality
rebounds.
to match
They
up
need
with-
size.
Still ain't gonna get no
They don't-
rebounds. He
He
ain't.
should get more than 2.
Yeah, he ain't.
He should get more than 2.
AD got 3 now.
We kind of overreacting though.
But Jamal Murray is
I'm
Jamal,
about to say, hey, that makes
Jamal
sense.
Murray being on fire like this at this particular moment is the thing.
It's
that-
game one
yeah.
in Denver. This is probably to be expected.
Well, Lakers are known for stealing game ones. That's how they've been kind of staying afloat. But
They ain't stealing this one.
Yeah, they're not gonna steal.
Now
this one.
Denver was ready. Denver was ready.
Yeah.
So it's clear they came out with.
And
It's
Denver
just
has
gonna
a
be
matchup
tough.
advantage.
What you're gonna need is you're gonna need AD and LeBron to both have good games at the same time, which they never do.
Let
That's
me
gonna be the
let me
thing
ask
they
y'all this
need.
before we go.
I feel like
up.
LeBron can figure it out though.
It's not a LeBron question. It's an
It's
AD
'Cause
question.
AD the
so.
one
Let's
that
go.
disappeared.
Let's go down the series. Who y'all got?
In this series, man, I want to say Lakers, but in all honesty, especially seeing that disparity in Game 1 in terms of rebounding, and I know Denver has the size, I'm gonna go Denver in
Denver in
6 or
what?
7.
6.
I'm gonna say 7, out of respect for LeBron.
Sheldon, who you got?
Denver in 6. I want to say 5, but I'm gonna say 6.
Lou.
Lakers in 7.
You just want to see Lakers. So.
They have to
Lou
do
is
that on home,
he is
bro.
a prime time nigga, bro. You said Lakers in 7. Ken, who you got?
I got Denver winning. I'm trying to figure out how many. I feel like they'll win in this 6, but winning in LA is going to be tough. But give me 6.
I got Denver in 5. Doing the gentleman's
It's
sweep.
like being
I feel
disrespectful,
you.
boy.
Then gentleman's sweep.
He's being real.
Why? So who had the Lakers winning versus the Warriors?
I'll talk to
I
B.
picked
did?
the Lakers to win it.
And you did? Okay.
You picked the Lakers to win the championship?
You had the Lakers over the Warriors? I thought you had the Warriors too.
I had Lakers 6s.
I had Warriors in 6.
Yeah, I had Warriors
I
in
had
6.
Warriors in 6.
So glad I was proven wrong.
Why are we so down on the Lakers?
They don't have enough. They're not deep enough for me.
Yeah, and they're not proven the others.
Because Denver.
Wait, so
'Cause Denver
they
beat
weren't
the hell
proven
out
in
of
the
the
first and
Suns.
second round?
They were
Against the
they were
Lakers?
better.
You're talking about-
They were the
you're
better
talking
team.
about
Denver beat
Yeah,
the
you-
hell out of the Suns. That's what it is.
They were the
I
better
was-
team. They were the better team in the first and second. If you're talking about the Lakers, they were the better team.
No, I understand the Nuggets are the number 1 seed. They've been the better seed team all year long, but it's just like the Lakers. It's like y'all talking about the Lakers like this, the sorry ass Lakers that we've been seeing.
It's
Oh,
not
no, no,
sorry.
no,
It's just
no.
better competition.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had to step up, and their weaknesses are going to show more in this series.
What are the weaknesses?
The fact that they don't have the
Rebounds.
size difference. It ain't even necessarily rebounds, and I said it because AD is a good rebounder,
stars.
But he
the
the
fact
only
that
one.
they don't have a size difference in the defense to keep up with the
Denver
team that's
has more
offensively-
stars
yeah.
than the Lakers.
Y'all
Denver
know the
has more
Lakers have the
offense.
number 1 defense in the playoffs, and I think, in the playoffs.
To me, Ken, it's really about the size and the rebounding is telling that story. AD is nice, but when AD is met with one of the premier bigs, it's hard for him to balance both scoring and rebounding and or defense. So we're seeing that he's getting buckets, but he's not rebounding.
And he's tired.
So that's going to be difficult because who's going to pick up the rebounding slack? LeBron is doing his best, but come on, LeBron, his best is 12 rebounds, 13 rebounds. We need somebody that isn't going to necessarily get Joker rebounds, but you got to keep Joker from getting them rebounds.
Yeah,
and AD's not that guy, and LeBron's not that guy either.
Yeah, I'm not going to make much about the attitude. That's is here nor there. But I just think they haven't really been playing defense like we've known them to play. They had 70 points in the first half. That's not Lakers defense.
They played teams that they could easily dominate based off of size.
yeah.
They had the size advantage in the first 2 series, and they
Okay.
exposed that.
All right.
Yeah,
They don't have that.
They
in
don't
this
have
one.
it in this
Yeah,
one.
So
and I
that's
don't-
why
I don't-
it's going to look different. Darvin Ham's going to have to coach his ass off. I mean, he got a lot of praise in the first couple rounds, so that, as do so. Like, he deserved it, but this is where he going to make his money.
Yeah, I mean, there's number 1 seed. They've been dominating all year. It's not that, but it's just like y'all not giving the Lakers a shot.
That's me.
Like a
Y'all
champ.
everybody else has a
It's,
no.
it's him too.
it's me.
It's
I
him
said
too.
5.
He just
You
hedging.
said 6.
He just hedging.
Hey.
I said Denver in 7 out of respect for Bron. I think
I say the Lakers go down 0-2 and then they win the first one in LA.
So you think they're going to go back to Denver 3-1?
Yeah, it's whatever 5 gets you there. Yeah, they go win. I just know the Lakers go win 1 in LA.
Lakers will win. Yeah, Lakers will win game 3.
how is that? How do you not count that?
Yeah, I just think I think that what I'm seeing so far outside of Denver
Exactly.
came out
How do
with
you
a
not
lot of
count that?
urgency. I think that they just got to catch up to what Denver is doing offensively with all these guys. But y'all have way more faith in Denver's others than I do.
Hey, if MPJ is your 4th or 3rd best option, you got a good team.
I thought you don't like Michael Porter Jr.
I'm not a big fan of his, but
Why not?
I see the talent and I see that.
Why you not a fan?
You called him a bust. You've been shitting on him.
Again, I said I'm not a big fan of his, but I still see talent in him.
I just think that what the Lakers do well, Denver does better.
And what's that?
Everything. I just think everything all the way around. Just the whole team game. The fact that, like I said, that when we talk about the others, I like those guys. I've seen them perform
That's not your game,
in
D'Lo.
like trouble situations. You know, they went in Phoenix
which Phoenix was broke down in the end.
Phoenix quit, bro. That's why Monty got fired. Phoenix quit.
Don't do that.
But I'm talking about when
You was
Phoenix,
talking hella shit
when they
about
was-
Monty
when they
in the
was
chat,
rolling.
too.
I know. I'm getting there. Phoenix quit,
DA's out of there.
and Monty is to blame. You do not lose your last game by 25 plus, and then Booker, as great as he is, you cannot go into light skinned bitch mode and not talk to the fucking media after you lose.
Shut-
That's
how many-
just
how many points did he have in games?
He had 13. That's inexcusable.
Wait, you said you blame Monty?
Yeah.
Why you blame Monty?
Who should I blame?
You blame with Golden State. You said not Steve Kerr,
Who should I blame?
but with Phoenix it's Monty. What's the difference?
Did Golden State quit?
No,
They did not quit. They got within
They got
4 in that
outplayed.
game. They got within
outplayed.
4
Yeah,
points in that
they
game.
got out coached.
And that game got away from them later.
There's a blame pie in Phoenix, but I'm curious.
Oh, we can do it.
What you got
My
for the
thing
blame?
is, let's look at last year.
Okay.
What happened against Dallas last year? Didn't they get blown out last year?
blew out in
By
game
30.
What happened this year? Didn't they get blown out this year?
By 30. And
That tells me that you're talking about
What
a
happened in the
coach not-
finals?
Yeah, and a coach not, and then we saw what happened in the final. There's a history here, but these guys are not clearly didn't get ready to play in a must-win situation at home on your court. That is coaching.
that's a fireable offense.
You cannot do back to back. It happened back to back.
He had Ayton on his team, man.
Bro, Aiden quit. Fuck Aiden. Aiden soft as
Aiden
shit,
quit
bro.
last year.
It's
Aiden
a fireable
quit last
offense.
year,
quit.
and
Okay,
Aiden
he-
quit
he
this
deserves
year.
a pass for
That goes
Ayton.
to management too.
That's
because
another fireable offense.
And that's Monty's situation
How
too,
you-
because they don't get along.
how
They
you
don't
have
even
a-
talk to each other.
how you have a shitty how does as a player, how you have a shitty season, you get paid like that season.
he don't get along with
Did you have
Monty.
a shittier
They should have
Aiden fucking
traded
soft
him.
as shit,
Wait,
bro.
hold on.
They should've traded- they
Let's dissect this a little bit more. How are you going to trade a player on a rookie scale contract when his value is more than a rookie scale contract?
You figure it out.
You don't.
That's not
No, no, no,
that's
no,
not my
no,
job.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
I'm not a GM.
Nick,
So,
it's impossible. Look, let me explain to you, because you said, how do you have a shitty season and you get paid? I'm explaining to you how and the why they didn't trade him and why he got paid.
They paid
because when you're on a rookie deal, right, you're making like $3 million a year. He was the number 1 overall pick, right? So he's like $7 million. So you mean to tell me you're going to trade DeAndre Ayton for the equivalent of a mid-level exception in the
Sign trade.
NBA? When you're signing from your rookie extension, you can't sign and trade. You can't trade past like January or something like that. They has to be on the roster when you sign a rookie level extension. They have to be on a roster for a certain amount of time, so you can't sign.
You
and
know,
trade.
all that's fine.
that's-
and
I'm
thank
just saying-
and thank
I'm
you
just
for
saying
the
they should-
details.
they
They
realities
should have
of it.
moved him. They can move him.
You
You're
know
saying
what?
it's difficult, but if they can't move him because he had a bad relationship with the coach, he was already bad and fell out with the
But here's
organization.
the thing.
Why bring him back?
The way the CBA is structured now, you're going to see a lot of this. Players over the coaches. He had a bad relationship with the coach. They thought they could mend it. He clearly didn't like how he was used in this Denver series against, but he was also playing soft, letting a white boy Langdon come in and play harder than him, physical, at least getting in jokers like airspace. Aiden didn't do any of that. Aiden was fucking moping. They had to talk him up. So then you bring, and clearly that went to the locker room, and then he got some bruise and he just quit. So then that's on Monty. So Monty got to get out of here. But then Booker went out and didn't do shit. And then KD ain't did shit all series. He
Chill
been
out,
playing-
chill out.
Bro, we saw it. KD been shooting like shit.
Yeah, K was.
Booker was carrying them for 2 games, and then he couldn't carry him
So
anymore.
okay, so if that's the case, then you're saying Booker's the best player on the Phoenix
He
roster.
played like the best player on
Yeah.
that
Is,
team.
is he the best player, or is he, or he just
Of course,
had a
it's
good
KD,
series?
but he played.
I'm saying because there's a blame pie going to one of the two.
Booker has the least amount of blame.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yes, Nick. Because Booker at least showed up in the games when it mattered. KD.
Oh,
KD
what?
Game
did.
7 didn't matter?
Oh, no.
Six.
I'm talking about the ones early.
They didn't
I'm
get to
talking about
7
early.
because
I'm
he's only
sorry.
scored 13.
I'm talking about early. I wasn't talking about.
They don't get to
That-
sit
they
They don't
without
get to.
Booker.
That's
I mean,
that's the
I'm
one-
they
gonna-
got
you realize-
swept
Nick,
in the
I'm gonna
Rockets
shit
for
on him
Book.
for game
No,
6
but
because
you realize that KD was a part. Like it's a combination of Booker and KD. They had to score at least 60
I know,
for them
I
to win these
understand that.
games.
KD has more blame than Book because Book showed up. Where
How did he show up? And if he
Booker
didn't show
shot up way
games?
more than KD.
bro, this nigga shot damn near 70-some% from the field
For like
on
2 games.
jumpers.
Like,
KD didn't
4
shoot
in
that
3
in
games.
all 6, bro.
That's a historic feat. No one's gonna shoot that.
No, KD didn't. KD wasn't up to KD standards. How about that?
Thank you.
Was he?
Thank you. No, he wasn't.
Remember,
So
you
that's
said
the
he
reason why he
would
get
he
more
would
of the
get
blame.
30 points on like 12 shots.
Doesn't he have some grace coming in there to Devin
Absolutely
Booker's
not.
team? It's
No.
Devin Booker's team.
That's what I'm saying.
You trying to give
and
KD
beat
grace?
But he
Nah,
can't come in
KD
and beat
steps on the floor as
KD,
KD's
right?
team.
That's not true because we in Golden State that wasn't the
KD's
case.
fault.
Was that the case in Golden State show?
That's
It
Devin
was
Booker's
this-
team.
I'm
Then
talking
why-
about
then what
this
are you
version.
talking
Who was the
about?
Finals MVP?
This version.
Who was the Finals MVP,
that was
Nick?
KD.
But
Steph
was
Curry
that,
team.
was
How many
is that-
times?
that
How
was
many
Steph
times?
Curry
Two times.
team.
Okay.
Is that Steph's team or is KD's team throughout that whole run?
Throughout that run, that was KD's team.
Get the
That
fuck
was
outta
KD's
here.
team.
Yo, bro.
The offense went through KD.
Nick,
Oh, that was
was
Steph
there a
Curry's team.
signature
That
KD?
offense went through
That was Steph
KD.
Curry's
Nick,
team.
was there a signature KD moment in that series?
Nope.
Yeah, it was when they
Which
both.
one?
It was game 3 and 4. Right?
There wasn't one.
That was all
wasn't
D
one.
Book. What you
What do
talking
you mean,
about?
bro? D-Book
The man shot 80% from the field in them 2 games.
we
And then
should
he
be looking.
disappeared in the game that they needed to do it though. Like I don't get
And
how
KD never showed up.
it's not his team. It's Devin Booker's
Look,
team.
look. Wait. Because I don't want this to get misconstrued. I am definitely looking at Booker for Game 6. Booker did not show up for
All right,
Game
cool.
6, and then he did not have.
Is that not his team though?
Yes.
I'm looking at it as Booker team. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
still- a lot of
So
people
if it's
think
his
it's
team,
Chris Paul's
as
team.
if his team, it goes.
That ain't even. We're not even considering.
So
it being
so
Chris
I'm
Paul.
giving
Paul is
Booker
not the leader of that
Booker.
team.
when he plays, if he plays.
CP was washed after the finals. I told y'all
we ain't
that.
talking about his
watch
play.
this
We
the
talking
bubble,
about
if we
who's
being
the leader. whose
CP,
team
there's
it
a
is.
nigga with a Chris Paul jersey at.
So y'all-
in
so
their
y'all
locker room.
think that-
I don't
y'all-
know if that's Chris Paul.
But
That's
y'all,
Cliff.
y'all
That's
honestly
Cliff.
think that KD came in that team to be the beta.
He fell off the cliff and he became
KD
Cliff
came
Paul.
to Phoenix to be the beta.
He said it.
Yes, he came to Phoenix to be the number 2.
He said it. He said
Devin
it was,
Booker's
he said it
team.
was
Being
Devin
nice.
Booker.
That's being nice.
All right, man.
Everybody expected KD to be the savior.
No.
And KD didn't show that.
No.
You're right. They actually did expect him to be the savior. That's why everybody
They
picked
playing
him to
for
the
next
finals.
season. Next season is when you judge them.
Right, and then they just got there. I don't know why people were picking them to go to the finals when you had a busted
'Cause it's
down, broke
KD.
down fucking CP3. But KD old and rickety. The man been
He
missing
ain't
games
rickety.
all
kid.
damn
Yeah,
season.
KD got hurt in the layup line.
Yeah, he did.
So you know,
He was
no
out for
defense.
3 months.
Nobody
but
around him.
while we on Phoenix, I mean they needed to get rid of Monty because clearly that team don't be ready in
I
games.
thought
they need to
everybody
win.
liked Monty.
They
Monty's
like him,
cool,
but
coming
you,
in, but-
yeah, you know how
coming
you
in,
fuck.
they liked him.
You know how you fuck
Yeah.
with somebody at work, but you don't work. You don't like working with them.
Yeah.
Like, they're not do it
Yeah.
professionally. Like
Like,
Monty-
he need to be fired, but he
Monty's done. Well, he's been there 4 years.
my
He
boy,
took him
though.
to a finals, and he's done his job. He got him a finals appearance. But now there's clearly problems with Ayton,
Oh, it's over.
and you know they need to bring somebody else in. You know, so that's my thing. But I think then they can't get rid of. I don't know how they can get rid of CP3, but he got to go, bro. But
he ain't
that
going
contract
nowhere.
is crazy.
He ain't going nowhere. He is going.
I know.
He's gonna hit the Matt Ryan where he gonna be an announcer and still get paid by the team.
Ain't it like 40-something million he getting next year? Like 43 million?
Yeah, Monty could just go somewhere else. I don't know where, but
He probably gonna go to Detroit.
he don't need to go anywhere with a championship
I think
expectations.
he'll be good in Detroit.
But yeah, they got.
I would take Monty in Detroit.
I think Ty Lue's going to either Milwaukee or Philly.
I think Phoenix is a good move for him too.
So you think Ty just need to follow Doc's path? Wherever Doc goes, Ty need to follow.
Nah. Doc would never go to. First of all,
In that
I ain't
case, you
thinking
don't
about
need to
Doc
go to
at
the
all.
Sixers because if you go to the Sixers, you're gonna get the same old shit.
Yeah, you are. To me, I'm not going anywhere James Harden is if I'm a coach.
Yes.
He's
that's
going to
just-
Houston. He playing
Houston
who?
be a fool
Ime
second
is going
back
to
though.
Houston.
Ime.
Ime gonna.
Oh, you talking
what
about James?
Yeah,
is going
James
to
Ime
Harden
cool.
was
Ime got to rebuild his reputation. So if him rebuilding
Man, him
Harden,
and
is gonna
James
be
Harden
good.
are finna shake the strip clubs.
It may about to fire up that rocket, bro.
Ime and Harden got two different.
Ime.
He can't
Hey,
wait
all
to
them
get-
young players
He can't
better
wait to
leave
get
them-
to Houston.
leave the
Man,
chicks at
Harden-
home.
Harden is finna show Ime around.
First
He
of all,
said the right
Ime
way.
and Harden don't mess with the same type women. Let's keep it a beat with that.
Bro, y'all can. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I know you can't just let Bruce Brown do this.
Did you see Bruce Brown do that?
I don't give a damn what I see.
16
The
minutes.
Lakers need to be
Watch
like,
this,
bro,
Watch this. They got to show that again.
and he ain't gonna do shit the
And he
rest of the
talking
series.
shit. That's crazy.
Oh, get Vanderbilt out
He
the
ain't
game,
yamming
bro.
on him
Look at
like
AD.
that.
Ah.
Yeah, this is.
How
in
did
five.
Vanderbilt? Was that Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
That's why his ass got benched.
This is in 5.
You let Bruce.
Bruce Brown, what he got?
Bro,
20
if y'all
now?
don't get Bruce Brown the fuck up out of here, bro.
6 for 10.
Oh, he got 16. Oh, he just came in.
6 for 10, 16, and what? 4 rebounds.
Yeah.
What Austin Reeves got?
Austin Reeves doing all right.
He's in some shots, but you know he's
Hey, Lonnie ain't them shots ain't hit like
Lonnie-
they
It
was.
ain't the
last
fourth quarter
year.
yet. It ain't the
Hey,
fourth quarter
Lonnie,
yet.
Lonnie should have cashed in. He probably got the most pussy ever gonna get in LA that
Lonnie
during
should have
that
twisted
run.
his ankle or something.
yeah. Lonnie had his moment.
Austin Reeves got 10.7 assists and 2 rebounds.
It's a decent game.
They're gonna need him. I think
bad.
they're gonna
He
need
ain't getting that,
everybody. Like this is gonna have to be
100
a whole
million contract
complete
with that
team
number.
effort.
Yeah, he did say I'm him last game. I'm waiting to see him.
He didn't say the last game. He only said that one game this playoffs.
Look,
And that was the last time.
in pro sports, you know, like the year after, you know, salary cap always go up. Look at what Caruso got. He gonna get maybe an extra 15, 20 million on top of that.
But for what he's trying to command for this production in this series,
Look at Caruso's number. Look at his numbers.
and I said Caruso's
good
getting
defense.
overpaid. You see how
Them boys
Chicago
everywhere.
enjoying that.
Yeah.
Caruso's their guy.
Yeah, you see how Chicago's enjoying that.
He's
Moving
a
on.
piece, man.
Let's talk about the most exciting series of the second round. It was the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks.
Most exciting.
Sheldon, I lost my bet. I was trying to say Knicks in 7, but
Yeah, it is. That's why I wore the shirt, Nick. I'm sorry, man. I had
Jimmy Butler.
to wear my Nick shirt.
FIFA, I got a question for you. Should the Knicks move on from Randall or Tibbs if they have the choice?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Because look, when they hired Tibbs, I was like, look, he's a retread. You know what I'm saying? He can only get you but so far because he wears down his players. And I don't understand how D Rose didn't get no time at all, no burn at all.
You preaching to the choir right now.
You know, we talk about development. Like he only really develops maybe one guy per
Quickly.
roster. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Thibs is not creative enough. And the defense wasn't spectacular to overshadow or overcome the lack of offensive creativity. Now, with
3 players around him.
Julius Randle, in my opinion, I think he's a very decent player, but he needs to be your 4th or 5th best player on the squad.
You be wanting to disrespect the fuck out of Julius Randle
Yeah,
this whole time.
13. Look at the playoffs.
He averages 24,
Look at
10,
the
and
playoffs.
4, bro.
Okay,
No-
that's cool.
how
But
many-
you talk about that's regular season, right?
Yes.
What do he average in playoffs? Did
That's
he average
different.
that?
That's a different Julius.
No, it's
Exactly.
way
And-
different.
But that's where you get
That's the
the
one you don't
household
want.
name, and that's where you get the paper.
But he's not trash. You can't say he's very decent.
no, but-
what does very decent mean?
That's like your high-end song.
4th or 5th best
too
player.
high.
Yeah.
4th or 5th best player on a
You
championship
can't
team.
be you can't be all NBA and be a 4th or 5th option, bro.
In
Yeah,
the
you
playoffs,
can.
you might have to.
Name me
Jaren
somebody.
Jackson.
Hey, Sheldon, go
Jaren
down the list of all
Jackson.
NBA and tell me who's the 4th.
Jaren Jackson should be a 4th or 5th option offensively on a championship team, and he
No.
was an All NBA
Jared
performer.
Jackson is better than that. He is.
Can I interject? Julius Randle has averaged this on StatMuse. Julius Randle has averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in 15 games of the playoffs career.
That's average.
All with the Knicks the last
That's
2 seasons.
Very average.
That's
very
not
average.
good enough.
I would
bro.
say that's
34% from the
third
field.
to 5th best player on a championship team, dog.
I say third.
You said 4th or 5th.
I say third.
Okay, 3rd to 5th, depending on the
I
roster.
give 3rd or 4th. I'll give you that.
Maybe 5th.
That's me in the middle.
That's Chris
depending on
Bosh
the
in
roster.
Miami. That's Chris Bosh.
That's Chris Bosh.
What's the field goal percentage, Ken?
34.
Yeah, that's not Chris Bosh.
It's not Chris Bosh in Miami.
Chris Bosh
talking
shot
about
that
the role.
on
That's
50
54,
something.
yeah.
We're talking
something.
about the role of Chris Bosh.
The role,
Yeah.
but see,
And Julius Randle's a middle class Chris Bosh.
No. He's a bottom lower tier.
No,
Chris
he's
Bosh.
not. That's where you get
No.
disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful, Nick, because the thing is the efficiency. Yeah, you could get the same numbers, but how many shots did it take you to get 17, dog? You taking 20 some, almost 25 shots to hit 17.
Just like you said about LeBron,
Ken, what's the
he's
free
hurt-
throw percentage?
He's hurt
I
in
think
this playoff.
What's the
series.
free throw percentage in the playoffs?
75.
Whoa, that is not Chris Bosh.
The issue with Randall is he thinks he's a number one.
Yes, that's the problem.
And he's been a number one his whole life. Because remember coming into Kentucky, he was such a high recruit.
He wasn't that in LA for the year.
He was a top.
But that's why he got ran out of LA.
Yeah.
He still thought in his head, like, I'm Kobe here, yeah, but I still got like
He was a dog in New
Get out of
Orleans.
here.
He was the
a
Aaron
dog in
Perry
New
until he got
Orleans.
hurt.
right. That's why he's always thought that he's a number one, and that's not gonna work with Brunson and my
Brun
man.
Hey, Brun is a superstar, bro.
Brunson is
Brun is a superstar.
Brunson is a dude.
He ain't no superstar. He good.
I'm
he
telling
could
you,
get
hey,
somebody
Sheldon,
else in there,
I told y'all about
yeah,
Jimmy
yeah,
Butler in 23 years before y'all said it,
If
and before
J.R.
niggas.
Barrett can be their third best player, they'll be all right. If they can get a real number one in there,
he's
and get
got
rid of
13, huh?
Yeah, they're not gonna just
what
run.
I'm saying.
Y'all disrespecting
y'all
these guys
keep saying
like they
it's
can't
over.
play.
Sheldon is saying it's over like 5 times.
Oh, it's
They ain't
over.
gonna run these
Oh,
guys
it's over
off.
with. I don't care what y'all say. It's over. with.
The Lakers are not winning this game.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like y'all
The
act
Lakers
like
are
they
not
just
winning.
They're
run
gonna
up-
be
They
what
only
they
running
down
off
They're
the
not,
10.
they're not winning the
They only
series.
down 13.
They're gonna be what they strike.
They're not winning this.
I didn't pick them to win the series, so I don't care
I'm
about
picking them
that.
to win this game and this series.
Damn,
That's
nah,
bold
they
right
ain't
there,
winning the
bro.
game.
They gonna win
I
the
think
game.
they're gonna need
It's
a.
a 10-point lead.
Nick, it's 11 points now.
Excuse me.
I think
11
they're gonna
points.
need.
You want to bet money?
See, you just trying to get your get back because
I just
the last
said-
4 or 5
Give me
times you
5
bought
points,
me
I'll
about
bet
it.
you.
I'll just,
You give me 5 points, I'll bet you.
I ain't doing all that, bro. You always do that white man betting.
Right? What is that? 5 points.
He always want them spreads
It
and
was
shit.
half
Like,
of
nah,
what it
I'm,
is
I'm
right now.
straight up, nigga. Moving on to the next series in the Eastern Conference, we got the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum dropped 50 plus. Ever since Curry dropped that 50 in Game 7, niggas was like, "Oh, Curry, hey, that record's been shattered twice now, basically."
How the hell he hit that shit, bro?
Bro, that shit hit the fucking
And he
roof.
talking shit.
AD, you got to get that one up, bro. He was right.
Yo,
Golly.
watch when they show this replay. He
Yeah,
gotta
you-
smile.
that's all you gotta do,
Yeah,
bro.
you can't do nothing with that. Yeah, everybody smiling like, bruh, look at
Did he let him
this.
shoot that? He ain't
Watch
do it.
this. Watch
He ain't
this.
do a
Nick.
step back.
Why is this? Oh my goodness. Dog, that nigga shot that shit like he dirt no whiskey.
And it's cash.
It didn't hit no rim.
No rim.
You know what would
He
make
had
me
a
That's
step. He had a step back,
crazy.
step back.
80 should try to punch him for that because he just
Over
be
a
so
7-3 nigga.
that nonchalant attitude would drive me crazy. I would have to punch him
You losing a Hank. You losing a Hank Hill.
for that just because if he talk trash, I feel better. The fact that he just be like,
They better
"Man,
be
whatever."
lucky they hit that because the Lakers on the way, bro.
Yeah, all right, kid.
But that's
I
him
feel you,
though.
though. I get what you said.
Yeah,
'Cause he
like-
shoulda- that little smirk smile shit don't work.
Yeah,
like that
that'll
for
make me
If
mad
I was
right
LeBron,
there.
that would have made me mad.
Yes, sir.
Shelton, Boston, Philly. We seeing how hot the Celtics are going in after Tatum's 50 plus.
Boston, Miami.
Boston, yeah, Miami. Sorry. We see how hot Jimmy Butler got the Heat going even without Tyler Hero. Who you got?
This one's gonna be tough. It's a lot tougher than I think. I thought this one's gonna go 7, but in the end, I trust Jimmy Butler. The Heat in 7.
That's crazy.
That
It
is
is.
crazy.
It is.
He said this man.
That's
Said, he
insane.
has argued with us about Jimmy Butler being the superstar.
He's not.
and
He
he
told
gonna,
me.
and
He
he's
told
picking.
me. He sit here and told me in round 1 that he wasn't gonna make it out of round 1.
I said
That
that.
he didn't believe in Jimmy Butler. You absolutely said.
I did. Oh no, I didn't say that. I said I didn't believe in his others. I said that multiple
right,
times.
He
Did
did
I
not
not
say
say
that.
that?
He
Yeah.
said that.
I said I ain't worried about Jimmy. I
He
said
said
Jimmy
that.
gonna get
Nah,
worn out trying to carry
I'm
these
not worried
dudes.
about what you said. Is the way you always. That's the fence. That's you always.
That's
on.
no fence.
That's
That's
the
no
fence.
fence.
That's the
When you
fence.
told me
That's
there
no
was
fence.
way
He
that
proved me
Jimmy
wrong.
Butler was gonna make it out the first round.
I did.
What
They
you, who you
proved me
got
wrong.
in this series, FIFO?
I'm not gonna front. I do want Miami to go. I want Jimmy to continue to prove the doubters wrong. And obviously, I grew up in Miami. Miami's one of my teams like that.
That's where he want to claim them now. Shit.
I always claim the teams that I live where I live.
No, you
I
don't.
Yeah, I do.
Did you? How far did you have Miami going in the playoffs this year?
This year, shit, they barely got in.
Alright.
But here's the thing: I could be a homer. You know what I'm saying? Shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, when
I
they're in the
get
Eastern
there.
Conference Finals, nigga, you only got one other team to pick.
I tell y'all, we ain't talked about damn Miami
Bruh,
all year long,
he
bro.
did this shit last year when we brought up Boston. He was like, hey, look, Boston is a good team. You hear? I'm like, nigga, you ain't pick them at none of this part of these series.
Yeah, but I would like to see Miami win. But I definitely think Boston has more talent. So I'm picking Boston for the sheer. I think Jimmy's just gonna get outgunned. Like there's 2 guys over there that can go get buckets, and then there's a lot of defense behind those 2 guys. Where it's like it's Jimmy and then who? Like Jimmy could go get you 40, but both of them guys over there can both get you 30. Plus they got defense too, and multiple guys that they could throw at Jimmy. So I'm picking Boston solely on the talent, but I'm taking Boston in 7.
It's gonna go 7. Though.
It's gonna go 7,
Regardless,
because
it's
Jimmy's
going
too tough.
Me Boston in 5. What they talking about, bro? I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hey, I told you the Heat proved me wrong because I thought they were done.
I
And
think
this
they
team
done
has
now.
really, really played well when it mattered most. And Boston just been like mediocre at times.
Ken, who you got?
That Boston coach concerns me. When that motherfucker went up to Tatum, and I guess it worked.
Said I loved you.
When he told that motherfucker, I love you, after he scored 1 point.
Yeah, through 3 quarters though.
Like, what kind of coaching is that? That's that Doc Rivers shit. And you know what? Just as an aside, to go back to Doc Rivers, this is when I knew he needed to be fired. This is when they were still playing. He sent this motherfucker, James Harden, a gospel song for motivation. And James Harden was laughing, talking about, well, I guess it worked. After he hit that 3, James Harden is hanging out with who? Lil Baby?
He said, "I don't
Why
want
the
peanut
fuck
butter
are you
jelly."
sending him a motherfucking gospel
Doc
song,
Rivers don't
bro?
even know who Lil Baby is.
And then the other one talking about, I love you. What are these guys doing? Get out of here, bro. Anyway.
That's funny.
The I love you part isn't that bad. The
That's
gospel
crazy.
song, it's not that bad, Ken. You don't know the type of relationship that they have. But the
That's too
gospel
He
close.
on some MA shit?
That's too close.
No,
Oh.
not like that. But what I'm saying is that a gospel song to James Harden, that means that there's a big disconnect. and James Harden confirmed that shit when they asked, well, you know, what's your relationship with Doc? Oh, it's okay.
It's all right. I mean, he coached the team. I mean, what you want me to say?
And he only doing that because he black.
Shit.
He was like,
Bruh, that shit was crazy. When I saw that, I was like, oh,
What
no,
the,
he out
He
here.
sent him, "I don't want no peanut butter and jelly." That gospel song.
What's the Boston's coach?
Joe
They
Mazzulla.
gave some-
mozzarella?
Yeah, they gave some context on the Tatum thing. They said Tatum kind of gets in his head a lot sometimes and needs to be reassured.
Soft. Tatum soft.
I ain't
we
saying he's
see
not.
that.
Yeah, I'm
We
not
see
saying
that.
he's not, but ain't it a
Eyes
good thing for his
kind.
coach to notice
Exactly.
that?
And that's
But look though, his coach noticed that he hit 15 in the fourth.
and Ken, that's the reason why I said, to me, we don't know the nature of their relationship. So to me, that wasn't that bad. You want to, make light
It's
of it,
funny.
cool.
It's funny.
But the gospel,
That's crazy.
James Hart, bro.
But they said Doc
This
Rivers
nigga
play,
live in the strip club.
They say Doc
Right.
Rivers play golf 4 days a week, bro. He don't even,
All right, hold on.
Anyway,
Before you go
you
on to
asked
the
me
next
who-
and all
nah,
that.
I didn't get his pick.
Shit, I'm with Spike, man. Fuck these motherfucking Heats.
Boston at 5.
Boston in 5.
Is
Nah,
Doc,
I'm gonna respect Spo. I'm gonna say 6.
I got Boston at 6. Go ahead.
is Doc Rivers out the league?
He's
No.
done. Yeah, he's out the
No,
league.
he's not out.
You said no?
he gonna
He's
get
not
another
out the
shot.
league.
He is not getting another coach.
Doc Rivers
He's
gonna get
a
another
good. He knows how to talk in
He's
the.
gonna be on TV.
He gonna
Bruh,
finagle
Doc
his way
is
into another
done.
job.
He's gonna be the new Mark Jackson.
His coaching record, his coaching failures are way too out there, and it's way too much of a talk.
He gonna
point
go back
for
to
them bring
Orlando.
in. You cannot bring this man in. And I guess it would have to be a rebuilding situation, but Doc don't want that.
He probably
Yeah.
going to Detroit.
Doc don't get what he want right now, kid. He gonna get what
Then
he.
he sits out.
Yeah, he might do TV for a year, but he's still gonna be back.
Who
in the
want to
league
listen to
after
Doc? What the hell I want to learn from you for?
He's gonna do TV though. He is.
He's definitely gonna do TV. I don't think he's in the league next year. In all honesty, I'm in agreement with
taking
Ken.
a
Like
lot to put
the
these
the
boys away,
failures are too much. Like his successes don't supersede his failures.
He only has one success. Well,
Got a
the
ring.
back-to-back years he had with Celtics.
I give you that, Luke, but
Trent
that
Dilfer got a ring too.
that
Different sport.
that has worn out its welcome. At this point, you can't trust Doc in tight situations. So to me, he may try to come back next year, but if
I'll let
I'm
Christian
an
Brown
owner,
shoot
I'm not picking him.
You'll get better
They let
coaching
him
advice
shoot
from Dr. Seuss.
Would he do an assistant coaching job?
Hell no.
He wouldn't go to Houston and coach under.
Why?
Nah, hell no.
No, look. Doc is at a
Timeout.
To hang out with James Harden and New Duke. What is it?
Look at this shit.
What's the
They
Y'all need to
They
respect the
down 9.
motherfuckers, bro. Y'all saying the motherfucking Denver gonna blow their ass out.
I didn't
20
say they was
points
gonna
ain't
blow their
nothing,
ass
bro.
out. I said they was gonna
They're
Not
down
in
9.
NBA.
I'm just saying the they're just not gonna run over the Lakers. I don't think y'all. That's why
And he
I
said
had,
he him, right?
That's why I had to ask
Is
y'all.
that him?
And you see,
I think that's
why I
him.
had to
Ice
ask y'all.
vein.
They down 9.
That's nothing, bro. 20
All that
points.
shit Joker doing. All that shit y'all were
Joke
talking.
Joke on the bench right
Hey,
now.
hey.
So you got to win the game.
Shelton,
No.
real quick, look up what
that's a
the
lot to come
rebounding
back
is in the
from.
second
That's
half.
what I'm saying,
I'm
bro.
interested.
But I'm just saying,
Joker ain't
what
got but a
I'm
couple
looking at,
rebounds.
Nick,
Joker's
is like
big bull.
game. Like, here's the thing: are there things that you're doing in this third and fourth
Yeah, he ain't got but
quarter
19 rebounds. Joke only got
you
2
can
rebounds.
that
capitalize
you can
But-
carry
but-
over into game
but-
two?
Game 2
Can
and
you
sneak
see
away and win that one.
what the second half stats are only?
I can't see
What
that.
his rebounds?
Yeah, because
Oh, they went down. He only has 19.
exactly. So he's not rebounding at the same clip right now. They're rebounding, and like I said, 20, bro, an 8-0 run makes it a 12-point
FIFO.
game.
You got to win in this game, bro.
But no, they're not winning the game. They're not winning the game. But the bulk of his rebounds came in the first quarter on offensive rebounds. They had like 4 or 5, and they probably came on like the same possession or something like that.
Yeah, like
So it's not like he just
Like
it was spaced
putbacks.
out.
It was like
Yeah.
putbacks.
So they accumulated real quickly, so they just stat padded. So, but it led to them having 10 offensive rebounds in the first half, which added to their lead.
Because now we're talking about second chance points, we're talking about extra possessions, and they're scoring off of that.
But a lot of that was front loaded in the first quarter.
Okay, but at the end of the day, that shit has been neutralized now.
Yes.
And the Lakers, even though it's been right around 20, a little bit like 22, and as long I'm telling you, especially in the playoffs, if you can keep it, and I know it sounds crazy as fuck, but this is not college, this is not high school, this is not AAU. 20 points in the NBA ain't shit because you can go on an 8-0 run in 1 minute and a half. In 90 seconds, you can go on an 8-0 run. That's a new game.
Yeah, but the problem that the Lakers ran into is that Joker did all that. They grabbed all them offensive rebounds, and they were in a hole. So, it's just, now I don't know if they figured something out. I don't know if Nuggets just really got cold or whatever.
Like I said, great teams, right? Great teams. And I think this is a really good team. I can't call the Lakers a great team, but I think they're a really good team. All good to great teams stay within striking distance. It's not about blowing a team out. It's about being there because basketball, just like football, is about certain possessions down the stretch.
And you just want to, I think if you're the Lakers, you just want to give yourself a chance to win. It's 9 points. It's a winnable game.
Even if I can come
and we'll
back
see what
and
happens.
make it close, right.
I think, shit, I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, look, at the end of the Lakers are in position to steal game one.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, they've been down double digit before, like 14, 15. So they've been battle tested in this way. So is Denver. Denver were down like 14, 15 against Phoenix and came back. They ended up losing the game. So I still, like, to your question, ask me the question. Are they going to win the game? No. They better not win the game.
Ja Morant released a statement.
This nigga.
He says, this is based off of Woj's tweets. I know I've disappointed a lot of people who have supported me. This is a journey, and I recognize that there is more work to do. My words may not mean much right now, but I take full accountability for my actions. I'm committed to continuing to work on myself.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's somebody that an agent wrote. A PR
Like, what
person
does
wrote.
that mean?
Means he fucked up.
Like, because here's the thing, right? Like, my wife, obviously this is blowing up, and my wife don't follow sports like that. She's like, what's the big deal?
My mom asked me about it this weekend over
So-
Mother's Day. I was like, whoa.
And that's how you know, like, this shit is really getting blown out of proportion. Now, here's the thing, right? Like, owning a gun is not necessarily a bad thing. However, let's deconstruct everything back to the original situation, right? He was in Denver, Colorado, in a strip club with a gun. How did you get that gun from Memphis to Denver? So that means, was that gun in the arena? That means that gun was on the plane, the team plane. So all of those type of things is what made that situation bad, right? And he got a slap on the wrist, right? Because we know what happened with Gilbert Arenas and that was the last time we saw a big gun situation in the NBA. So we know that they don't like things that negatively impact the league. So I understand that. Okay, cool. He got away with a slap on the wrist. Now you re-up and on IG. Again, there's nothing wrong with you listening to NBA Youngboy in the whip with your gun and with your homies. Why are you posting that for everybody else? It's not for everybody else. If you have a gun, it's for self-protection. But you out here trying to masquerade as this tough guy when, bro, you was Clarence, you went to private school. Go watch 8 Mile if you don't understand the reference. But, dog, like, that's not you. Why are you trying to perpetrate being this gangster-ass dude? If you need a gun for protection, nobody is saying you can't have it. But why do you feel the need to show everybody that you have one? That's a problem.
Didn't he grow up in that culture though? I ain't talking about his.
no.
I'm not talking about his mom and dad or the school that he went to. I'm talking about the music that he listened to and what he sees.
Of course, we all grew up in that culture. Right. We are part of hip hop.
Right.
And I
being
Whoa. You blaming hip hop?
I'm not blaming hip hop. I'm saying that.
Just
Hey, right wing Lou.
I'm saying it's normal. It's not like people his age, guys his age that have guns and money. They flash it. They put it on Instagram. And he
What-
didn't.
what-
And why
what
did
other
and
NBA
where did he get
player-
that from? Why did he do that?
He got it
from the
from
rappers, Ken.
Hey,
They
got
got
it-
it from the rappers.
I
That's-
blaming
No, I'm
hip hop, bro.
Block Boy JB came out and said free Ja.
So Lou, look, my question.
All
is
I'm
this.
saying is, it's not hip hop's fault, but it's not as egregious as mainstream America tries to make it.
No, but the thing is that you know that when you get to a certain level, right? Like people, you're a role model. And again, I'm not saying that it's bad to have guns, but the NBA and the stars that it creates, it's not for how do I put this? If you feel that you need protection, you have more than enough money to hire. You know, I think I was listening to Gilbert Arenas, and he was talking about some of the things that he feels that John needs to do because this is the most important summer of his career, and I agree. And he said one of the things that he needs to do is hire security. Kobe Bryant had security, but he didn't have a whole bunch of big-ass goons around him. His number one security was a female, a big-ass, strong Asian female. You know what I'm saying? Because now when you're out and about, people not looking at you like, oh, that's that hip-hop shit, right? You're protected. If Ja feels to the point where he needs to protect, because I own a gun. The gun is to protect me, right? And again, Ja has everything to protect himself, including a gun. But why are you posting it? That doesn't go with the image that is portrayed of who you are, this NBA superstar. It doesn't align. If you want to be a rapper, it aligns with that. It does not align with being an NBA superstar.
That's why I'm upset with T.
Me too.
T is where my
The
biggest
first instance,
blame
cool,
goes.
but now, bruh, what is we doing?
I don't think the second one, though, his friend put that up, right?
Why?
Like his friend had no idea he was going to be flashing the gun.
But
in the
why-
clip.
keep the gun on you. Why you
got the tool
gotta?
out?
Why you what?
What is
Because
what?
it's a flashy thing.
But
to
a
them. It
gun,
ain't-
but a gun is not a toy.
You're from a
Especially
different. Y'all, we are from a different era. It's not just about
Man,
protection for
listen,
them.
that's a conversation that the father has with his son, especially the father's in the building all the time.
He probably
We're gonna have
his
this
father probably
conversation.
bought it for him.
You
Shelton.
don't even touch it. That's what I'm saying. There you go. That's part of the problem too.
I would-
like
I would
you
bet
don't
y'all-
even touch that right now.
I
You
would
messing
bet
with the
y'all the
money.
majority of NBA players carry guns in their bag.
They do,
just
but,
don't get
but
caught
don't mess with
flashing
the
them on
money. Yeah,
Instagram.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's a
That's the
conversation.
problem.
But those guys probably ain't 23 either. Like Josh still young.
Ja the only one doing
But
this
he
shit,
but he
bro.
has his
Bro.
father everywhere he goes.
Good shot.
Everywhere he goes, his father's right there.
Right.
He
So
wasn't in the car.
so why
And it was like a
yeah,
Toyota
shit.
Camry. though.
Why-
Like,
why
what was Ja even doing in the Camry though? Like that was my biggest question.
First is hip hop fault.
Yeah,
now you're in the fucking
Bruh,
camera.
This dude was in the Camry with 4 other dudes waving a gun. Like that's the craziest part about it to me. Not just having a gun, but when you blame T for it, Shelton, I do agree with you. From the sense that he shouldn't necessarily have any other thing to say.
that
than
Lonnie?
You coming with me
Yep.
from now on.
Yeah.
Like
He
we
ain't-
got
he ain't gonna
business to
get-
take care of.
Nah,
Like
he
so,
got him.
you don't even got time to go
Told
to
you.
the hole in the wall
You
clubs. You ain't got time to be riding around in the Corolla with your homeboys listening to NBA YoungBoy. You're gonna
Yeah.
be with me. We're going to Nike. We're going to the Grizzlies facility. We finna practice on everything that make Ja.
You-
Versus
yeah, you-
hanging out with people who you have to be this person that you're not. You got to put on this image that ain't necessarily what you have to be.
My son is up next. He's up next. It's his league when LeBron and a couple of these guys retire. The fans love him. The kids love him. You are everybody's darling and favorite. Don't mess that up. We're gonna have that
It's too late
conversation.
now, shit.
Yeah, it's too late now. But we would have had that after the first time. Listen, you got saved by the grace of God. You still here. You better not never do nothing. I better not never hear nothing. This should have never been a second time. It shouldn't recording or nothing. It shouldn't been in your hand no more. You don't need to touch the tool. If you need that, you need to be in the house, bro.
He's
even
still
with the
young,
first
but-
time happening.
But his
he
let's
still
not-
is
let's
the
not make
same
excuses
excuses
right
I'm
for
not
there.
saying I'm not making an excuse. I'm just
That's
saying
too
like
much
he's
money.
still young. He can learn from this, but he
His
fucked up
dad
his
is
No,
mind.
right
but he
there.
hasn't learned. That's the problem because it already happened. The first time, okay, cool. Like I said, he got a slap on the wrist. It should never happen again. The fact that, Lou, if you need a tool, keep it concealed until you need it. I have a gun too. I'm not out here. Oh yeah, look at my
But
gun. What the fuck is
you're
you
not
doing?
23, bro. And what I'm saying, that comes from life experience.
No, that you know
Right?
what that comes from. from me seeing what happened in the streets.
Life experience that comes from that,
so-
and especially when you're talking about a dude who don't come from that, and he think it's cool because he see NBA young boy, and nobody around him will tell him, "No, bro, that's not cool." And I'm the guy that got all the yes men around me, and nobody is there to tell him what you just said.
But that's why Pops is so
that's what I'm
important.
saying.
Pop's a
He
yes
does.
man too.
Nah, can't be. Pops,
He is. We see it.
He's what now?
He's a yes man too.
but that's the reason why he gets part of the
Apparently.
blame pie.
That's
But
why he gets all the blame.
Exactly.
Because I'm a father. And once again,
You can't. No.
I don't care how much money my son makes.
Yeah,
my son is
you're
still
my
mine.
son.
You're 23. You my son.
I agree with y'all
Everything you do,
1,000,000%.
you ain't finna blow your
It
your
doesn't
fortune
look
and your
like it doesn't
grandchildren's
appear that
fortune.
Ja looks at it that way.
Well, it's T's fault. That's up to T. To me,
Let's-
that's still T.
Let's get to these super chats. I think that covered everything for the NBA.
All right, let me pull this.
Did we talk about the Knicks losing?
Oh, the Charlotte won though in the lottery, right?
They're in the same place.
Yeah, no, they not. We're in a whole
They're in
different
the
place.
same
than
place
y'all.
right now on the couch watching the game. Hey, did
The
you
Knicks,
see-
the
you
Knicks
saw-
had a better season than the
You
Bucks.
saw Ben Simmons. Watching
First of
the
all,
game.
what's up with that TV?
Ben Simmons.
You
is
saw
crazy.
Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Did you see? Did you see how you know
Ben
how,
Simmons.
you see
was
how much
petty.
losing makes you in life?
Hey, he might
That
have
nigga had a
mental
nice.
illness
Did you
for
look at
real,
his
bro.
crib?
Yeah.
That crib like it was like sitting on something, like
Bro,
off of a nice ass view and shit.
Yeah.
To have beef with the Sixers is insane.
And he was watching the end of them losing that game.
And he put
For
up
those who don't know.
the picture with your boy at the funeral. I spent the block on my enemy's funeral just to make sure they was dead, and he had his face like.
Oh, he did
photoshopped.
that?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? You know the
No,
picture that
that's
they always, the meme that they always put with homeboy standing at the
He
funeral.
can't never go back to Philly.
And they got the
man.
meme on there that say, "I'm just showing up to my enemy's shit to make sure that they
Oh
all
my
still dead."
He can never go back to Philly, man.
Well, first of all, that TV was off center on the wall. That shit really bothered me. And then you had two chairs that's facing you and not even facing the goddamn TV.
I was like, what them chairs for? I thought that too, Ken. I thought that was just me saw that. You got the chairs facing the
And,
opposite.
and
the TV behind
third,
them.
didn't your team get swept? And did you even
even
play? No.
That man missed 4 shots all
You
game.
shouldn't even have no Instagram.
Yeah.
31,
Anyway,
19,
Ant-Man said if Wemby turns out to be Hasheem Thabit 2.0, I'm going to end it off for real, for real.
Nah, he not that.
Yeah, that's that. Now
We'll
that
see.
would be something, but I just got to. I don't know. Anyway, Kev Timothy. First it was Brett Brown's fault, then Ben Simmons' fault, then James Harden's fault, then Doc Rivers' fault. Will this finally be the year that Dead in Sports hold Embiid accountable like y'all do everyone else? Well, I think we already have. I think. Well,
I've been
I called him
saying
out.
shit about the Philly
You know,
organization.
so
since
yeah, you've been on the organization. I called Embiid out. I say he's an MVP.
15
so you
not
can't
good
score
enough.
2 points. 15 is not enough. You definitely just can't score 2 points at the end.
He thought he did
at
enough
half.
in Game 6 when he was diving on the ground, rolling the shit. He thought that was gonna be the game. He was like,
bro.
"This is what gets you over the hump."
Nah, it's not. This
He
shit
didn't-
is
he
hard,
didn't have
bro.
he didn't have enough energy for Game 6.
Getting to the finals is hard, and I think we kind of like we've been watching Curry do it and LeBron do it and the Spurs do it. It's shit not easy, and we were just making it seem like
Well,
they
that's-
were supposed to get there.
That's because they had winning culture built into those teams, or like started immediately. Like with Philly, like bro, Embiid was used to losing. For
But
a
the
while.
Warriors didn't have a winning culture; they developed that. So going back to your organization point,
Yeah, but that was multiple changes.
I know, but that goes back to your organization point. They had to develop and build that,
Yeah.
and they haven't built that yet.
Philly's losing was baked into their whole experiment. Like you had to lose and you had to be used to that and comfortable with it. So they had to get over that. And then they had horrible management when they picked Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
Elton Brand, bro, like
Don't do that.
Because I thought it was,
a brand that job for.
but I thought it was a genius move to even be able to get Jimmy. But then obviously you had to make
You got to
decisions.
keep him, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think even then anybody would be like, why are you picking Tobias
And that
Harris over
was that
Jimmy
Jimmy's team or was that Embiid's team?
it was still Embiid's
That was
team.
Embiid's
Jimmy
team.
deferred to
Yeah, he
Embiid.
deferred.
Yeah.
And they fuck with each other.
Yeah.
They were homies.
And that's the reason why I don't understand why they didn't keep Jimmy, because Jimmy's that dog. And B could take it. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jimmy's gonna get on the team and B could take it, and it takes pressure off of Embiid. And the fourth quarter, the ball's gonna be in Jimmy's hand.
But I
they did
like
the
what
OKC
Spike
shit.
said though about that because I didn't even think about it that way. They did it for Ben. You're right.
They did the OKC shit where they picked the wrong guy.
They did pick the
Picked
wrong
the-
guy.
you know?
And here's the thing, they picked the wrong guy twice, because to me, if I'm building any type of team, it doesn't matter, football, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter. I want dogs on the team. And if you're not mentally tough, you gonna get out of here. I don't care how talented you are. I'd rather get 2 or 3 guys that's less talented with the dog mentality. Give me PJ Tucker, goddamn, and 2 other people with that dog mentality. You can have Ben Simmons.
Does Devin Booker have a dog mentality?
Yes. It's just not defensively. It's not all around.
I didn't say any qualifiers. I was just saying like.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know about that, FIFO.
He does.
Him
It's
walking away
something
from
missing,
the media,
bro.
I don't like that, bro.
It's something missing.
That's weak
a lot
as
of people
shit.
do that.
Even
A lot of people do
KD.
that.
It's
KD's
something missing.
KD showed up every night. He even said Joker. He's like, hell yeah, I'm not surprised. Like he embraced the shit. Like
Yeah, KD faced the media. You got to face the media. He should have got on the phone.
especially
with
if
Booker.
if that's your team.
I feel you. I'm not
bro.
disagreeing.
Hell
I'm not
nah.
disagreeing. But to me, when the lights are bright, Booker typically shines.
Yeah, but when the
Talk about game 6, bro.
I don't know. He
That must have been a night like. Shut up.
Booker's great. Booker plays well, but Booker,
Yeah,
Booker's
Booker's
a bit of a
super
front runner.
He's super talented.
He
I
likes
give
it
you
when it's
that.
going good,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I give you
You're
that.
right about
I
that.
give you that. He is a front runner. I give you that.
You got to be able to
Yeah,
handle
he's
that.
You
not
got to
a dog.
handle it when it's
He's
not
not a
going your
dog.
way too.
Yeah.
I give you that. I give you that.
gotta
And I
scrape
think
a
that's
claw.
the biggest thing that I've liked about the Warriors over the years
yeah.
is that they've developed that because they used to front run and showboat all the time. But when they've started to lose, they started to really show honor and respect to one another.
Yeah,
So
Curry
that
don't
was up.
shake like he used to.
Nah, he
Curry used to be
Anyway,
shaking like
uh,
he
Just put
bitch.
people to bed. That's all.
Yeah, he's
Oblivion Radio. Ken saying he doesn't want to hate Joker is Cap at his finest. I don't want to. Sometimes y'all be hyping a little bit too much about that motherfucker be doing.
He nice, Ken.
Joker?
I never said he wasn't, but y'all be hyping some of this
He
shit.
top
be doing.
5.
Joker?
That mother, you could be standing right there. And Joker will pass it to Nick. Nick will hit a 3 ball like, man, y'all see that pass?
Man,
Y'all see that pass? he
It
did?
don't be them
Y'all see
simple
that
ones like
pass?
that, Ken.
It's the
Shit,
other one.
y'all too, man. Joker will drive down the court, get to the free throw line, just throw a pass to the sideline. He'll shoot
You
a
see
3
how
ball.
simplistic
He's
he
just
make it?
missing. He's just
Exactly.
missing
that
all
pass,
that Joker's doing.
Man, that Joker vision, bro.
You know what it is, Cat? You're making it dismiss. He make it look easy, but it don't be that easy. Them wraparound passes he be doing against them bigs, where he be at the mid right here at the free throw line, and he wrapping around the big to hit the corner.
Those
That's
are
not
good
an
passes.
easy
Y'all
pass.
be hyping some of these passes.
Nah,
If them
man.
motherfuckers weren't making those shots, y'all wouldn't be saying shit.
Shit, I still be saying good pass even when they miss.
I be
Yeah, but them
talking
stats
about
be
them.
looking
Like, how you missed that shot?
Oblivion made me hate on this man. I don't be trying to hate on this white guy. Drink my water, Cam. You finally admit Tatum is better than Brown. Okay, look, y'all hyping the fuck out of this 51.
I've
Not
always
y'all.
said,
The
I've always
51
said Tatum has more talent, but Brown got the mentality.
Tatum just came out there and he had a great fourth quarter, but he played like shit. Tatum was playing like shit
like my thing is
for 6 and 3 quarters.
Brown is a huge foundation for everything that they do in Boston. Tatum by himself does not elevate this team without Brown.
Cook him.
That's one of them simple passes, okay.
Yeah, that was easy.
2-man game.
was-
It's
I
beautiful.
I still got.
That's
I got
a feel for the game.
At the end of the day, I trust Brown more than Tatum, but Tatum is the more talented one between the
The
two.
issue I had with Brown is that he starts out hot, and then in the second quarter he did not, and it started to kind of defer a lot to Tatum.
I think that's Missoula like, look, nigga, you taking too many shots away from Tatum.
okay.
It's just it's an interesting.
I ain't hear
dynamic
Missoula
between the
say
two.
he loved Brown.
He did not say he loved Brown,
He
so
said
he
he
might be
loved-
racist.
he said-
Brown don't need that though. You gotta treat everybody different but fair.
Oh, so you treat the light skins better than dark skins? That's what you're trying to say?
No, what I'm saying is that he needs more coddling than Brown does. That's all. Tatum needs to be
I
coddled
don't
a
know.
little bit more.
That was probably the ugliest 51 I've ever seen.
It looked like a Philly team gave up by the third
Yeah,
quarter.
that shit looked
51.
raggedy as hell. He was flopping all over the
Like they didn't
flailing
look
over
like they
the
had
place.
no adjustments. They had nothing. They was like this nigga had a wide open dunk 2-handed and shit. It was like, all right, this nigga just gave
It
up.
was just like, and that was the biggest thing. Is like, Doc, you really gonna let this man get 51 on you? Like, you're not gonna send anybody at him. You're not gonna double him. You're not gonna triple team him. Like, what are you doing anyway?
But scoring 51 is, I mean, in the game 7, shit, that's gonna be the records.
Yeah, nah.
I think he broke some Boston
He
records.
did break a Boston record.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah,
He had a good game. I mean,
yeah. But he went.
but that one point game could have cost him though. It could.
Yeah, that where he scored.
could have not.
Where he
got
scored
there.
16 in the fourth.
Yeah,
That was the game that was like, nigga, if you
And
lose
again,
this game,
you're just gonna let this guy shoot.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear. Like when a lot of NBA players get hot, they get hot. But when Tatum gets hot, then you gotta throw him off. Anyway, green beans. The NFL giving the Peacock app a playoff game exclusively seems wrong to me, except the home markets everyone else has to sign up to watch. Is this the future for all playoff games? I hope not.
Probably not. Advertising is limited when you just do it to one streaming.
Yeah, they're just trying to show. NFL has been willing to try stuff out, so I respect it.
NFL is just trying to be on top of the technology shit. They want to make sure that they can adjust to streaming to these.
What game are they giving them though? Did anybody know?
It was probably. I think they said it's probably one of the shittiest playoff games that they probably.
I mean, it's only. Yeah. Well, anyway.
It's probably a first round game. Like, I think they did that with Amazon.
Yeah, like a Giants game or something.
And here's the thing: the NFL is not going to lose.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
So
bro.
that type of deal, you already know Peacock played out the wazoo to be able to have exclusive rights to.
Or it could be just
To a
through,
playoff game?
or it could be through NBC.
It's gonna be on NBC.
It could be. It could be the
It's
NBC.
gonna be the AFC like NBC always get, because that's they app. So
True, but the fact that how I'm understanding it, right, and this is new to me, it's only going to be on the app.
exclusive.
Exactly.
yeah, but
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but I get what you're saying.
No,
too.
no, I understand it's NBC, but NBC had to pay the NFL to.
They had to have because you're
Of
eliminating a
course.
bunch of people
Oh,
that
they
don't
going
have
at
that.
it,
app.
bro.
Exactly. So the NFL is not going to lose. Number one, that they know that they're going to bring people to the app. NBC knows that, and also NBC, Peacock, whoever is going to have to pay for the people that they know that they're not going to be able to get. You know what I'm saying? But think about how many people are going to subscribe to the app just to watch that game. So it's a smart business deal on both ends. But I know Peacock had to pay the NFL because the NFL not going to take no loss.
So it may be. I mean, everything's going streaming now, so I don't know. We'll see. Flavian, Scoot and LaMelo both Puma. Scoot wore his shoe.
Scoot going to the Hornets, man.
I would hope so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dumpster fire.
It's not. It's going to be nice.
Okay.
Name me the last.
When has
star
it
that
been
came out of
nice? Has
Charlotte.
it been nice
they
lately?
finna change owners.
Nah, bro.
Not yet.
It's gonna be nice. Watch.
Not yet. It ain't gonna happen over the next season or
Go
two.
Hornets.
Somebody gonna try to buy for their pick.
They
Good luck
about
with
to
that.
have 2 rookie of the year or potentially 2 rookie of the years in the last.
What they gonna do
3,
with
4
him?
years?
What they gonna do with him?
Ken,
Same
obviously,
thing them other teams doing with all them rookies. Everybody's saying,
Who
this
was
is
the
great.
other one? Who was the other one?
LaMelo.
And who's the new
Potentially Scoot. Potentially. It's going to be between him and Wembanyama.
If Scoot wins the rookie of the year, it's not a good start for Wembanyama.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't say that.
All right. Oblivion
That's
Radio.
the worst franchise with a worst coach already.
I told
say that.
FIFO Clay was chucking up shots. JP was playing terrible. Steve Kerr and his trash coaching for not putting in players. FIFO this season was a fluke.
This season?
Maybe he meant last season.
Oh, yeah.
That last season was an outlier. They should have blew it up after last season, honestly. That was the highest you was gonna get for Poole and all that other shit.
No, you wouldn't have known to blow this up. You would think that it would have worked.
Nah, I told y'all Clay wasn't shit last year.
It's just because you a hater, that's all.
Embiid,
Some say I'm
TJ
a
Clark. Embiid needs more smoke. Only MVP to never make it out of the first round and having a 9. Well, he's made it out of the first round. Maybe he meant second.
Multiple times.
And having a 9-point per game drop off in the playoffs is inexcusable. I agree with that last point. His scoring do drop off in the
Let
playoffs.
me ask y'all something, and I'm asking not because I believe this, but because I just want to know. Y'all think his knee injury had something to do with his poor play?
Who?
Nah, because he
Embiid.
had 2 30-point games.
Yeah.
I think they're all banged up at this point. So it's like,
Of course.
Now that knee injury is a 4 to 6 week knee injury. He came back early, but
fact that
he
he played
produced.
well.
Yeah,
he was diving on the ground in Game 6. He didn't give a damn about that knee then.
Yeah, nah, he had a 33-point game and a 30-point game.
Okay.
Nah,
If he got 30, they made.
they could have won the game. 30, he
They
was
could have
getting
been
30.
It could
bro.
have been at least more competitive.
Yeah. At least then he was like, all right, well, we don't really, we're not dogging you as much as we are.
It look like a walk. They put it
Yeah, give me
Why you
that
put
shit.
it on the
Why you put it on the
ground?
floor?
Oh, yeah, I
Give
hate
me
when
that.
big men do that.
Oblivion, who was the more cocky team, 15-16 Warriors, 73-9 team, or the current Memphis Grizzlies?
Grizzlies.
When
Because
you have-
they ain't win shit.
When you have a nigga that say I poke bears, y'all cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you could say them type of statements if you went out and scored 30 against Bron. If you held Bron to 37% shooting, you didn't do nothing.
And he
To
said
be
that.
fair.
And he said that with a perm and sunglasses on inside, bro.
Now he
Shirt
just got
tucked
good
in.
hair.
Decent.
He ain't got no perm,
that's-
but
that's-
with a
that's
white
just
beard
hair.
tucked in.
That's disrespectful,
Yeah.
bro.
His fashion sense is crazy. But that 73-9 team didn't win anything either.
But they won the
but
championship.
They won the
73-9,
West.
bro.
Yeah.
They won the West at least.
And they won the championship the year
They
before.
lost 3-1.
Yeah, but
The
they
year
went
before?
to
Only team ever.
Yeah, that's the biggest
No, I
meltdown.
understand
That's
that.
one of the biggest meltdowns
Of
in
course,
sports history.
100%. But that team won the championship the year before, and then they came back and won 73-9. You can be cocky. You've won.
Yeah, you
There's
can.
a foundation to be cocky on.
you got a resume
They
at
ain't win
least. They got a
shit.
resume.
Yeah, when you compare it
Exactly.
to Memphis, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you got a resume. If you ain't got a resume, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be talking. You shouldn't be saying nothing. to
Nothing.
Somebody that beat you.
Nothing.
Bro, poor Jamal Murray. Poor
Yeah.
Jamal Murray. TJ Clark, league MVP, was getting cooked repeatedly by Tatum.
He was.
I couldn't believe he even jumped. Well, I'll give him credit for trying to guard Tatum, but bro, why
they
did you
didn't
try
call
to
nothing?
take your ass out there and guard
That's
Tatum?
another Doc Rivers thing, ain't it? I'm not sure. Was that coaching?
Embiid had to ask to guard Tatum, bro.
crazy.
You know,
To have him out there on the island like that against Tatum,
Bro, and
all
B looked
night was
like, bro,
crazy. bro.
Tatum off the first step
That
was
shit was
already by the rim. Like, and B moved like a grandma.
It's like, what are
I'm
you
saying?
doing?
Yeah, like, what was
bro.
going on when no one stopped this? Like nobody.
how about you? You need to focus on scoring.
Before Embiid could even turn around and look back and see where Tatum was
Blew
doing.
past him. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, nah, bro. That was crazy.
And then he was hitting step back threes
I
in
would
back to back games.
I
I'm
would
like,
rather
bruh.
him win shot for shot with Tatum versus trying to guard him.
Yeah.
Get your ass up.
And he cooked his ass.
See, Joker ain't getting all them rebounds anymore, huh?
Nah, Joker tired.
Oh, now he tired.
They winning the
He
game.
always
I
look
ain't
tired.
tired.
What?
He always
I
look
ain't
tired.
tired,
He's
bro.
mortal.
He tired as hell
They
right
winning
now.
the game, Ken.
They winning the game.
Yeah, they're gonna still win the game.
Kev,
wore
Horford
out.
is Embiid's daddy. That's what PJ Tucker said.
Oh, that's a foul.
That is a foul. But you know he white. He gonna get away with that.
It's,
I'm
in
just
Denver
playing.
too. It's in Denver. They ain't gonna get them called. Well,
They called it.
Oh, they called it. Okay.
Yeah, they called it. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Where am I? Tracy. I was right yet again. Joel and Harden rolling on the floor for the ball. Yeah, Tracy was talking shit in the Discord. Tracy again. Philly losing was not Doc's fault this time.
This time.
Doc had a hand in it though.
Yeah, though.
get
He
part
got
of
an
that
arm
blame
and a
call.
leg in that bitch too.
He get a big piece of the blame.
4
call.
minutes of game 6 and that whole second half.
Yeah, see now that's a good AD game. Now he need a little bit more rebounds, but 10 for 10 from the free throw line.
You don't let Jason Tatum score 51 in Game 7.
You just
He get the
cannot
ball out
do
of his
that.
hand. Yep.
You just cannot do that. Scott McCumber, this is a new name, I believe.
What's up, Scott?
FIFO, as one basketball fan to another, I always enjoy listening to your takes. Your
Appreciate
answers
it.
are always well articulated and informed. I love
Appreciate
to
it.
have you over and nerd out with NBA talk for a few.
Okay. What was the name?
Scott.
Scott. All right, man.
Sheldon, he got
me up.
got his wife over here doing
Yeah, that's what that
dummy
was.
account. You know what I'm saying? Giving you nice little, you know what I'm saying?
Your brother
Sweet
named Scott,
nothings
ain't it?
in the
No,
chat. It's
not
cool,
at
bro.
all.
It's cool, bro.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Tracy G. FIFO is right about that number 1 draft pick because I saw him play the handles and the 3 in the jumper. He's a beast with it.
It's unfair to be that big with all that.
You just want to see it in the NBA.
The NBA don't want to see it because can't nobody stop it.
3 to 5, Ken.
Yep. Hey, he might be right with Denver. They go into the finals.
Nah, this is way after his prediction, his bowl.
It's not.
He said 5 years.
He said Bo be on the roster.
He should have
He
been.
said they win the championship. This is the year.
That was funny because you asked about him before the game. Like, he had been playing all playoffs.
This is the year. So
Oh wow.
7 points.
I'm ahead, but I can't.
7 points.
get
Ooh,
that
good
shit
defense.
out of here.
LeBron James.
Oh, yeah, they're not stopping that.
Man,
And 1.
That gotta be a
He
foul.
got a foul?
Yeah.
Ghostman
We
231.
behind.
I apologize to AD injured. At least he fighting through pain and giving me elite defense plus a good 2 prime 80 games and be true Mr. Glass weak ass.
He could give a fuck about AD being hurt. He just cared about the production.
Oh, that's alley. I thought he was shooting that.
Where'd he get hit at?
He was
Right
shooting.
there.
Hit him on the wrist.
Jason Richardson on the way down.
JB till infinity. Man, I'm with y'all right now. This game ain't even close. They laughing at me.
These
LA
are huge free
Memphis.
throws.
He sent that early. He sent that when y'all were talking shit.
It's real close now.
Lakers gonna keep
Lakers
it.
gonna
within.
win.
They winning this game?
Yes.
Straight up?
I said that earlier when they was down 20.
You did say it, but I
For
don't.
pizza? For
That
that
ain't gonna happen.
for another
I
pizza?
want my last piece of pizza.
No, I'm
We
not
can
talking about the last Sunday. I'm talking about for a whole nother
bet.
pizza.
Bet.
That's a good bet.
Oh, hey.
Hey, we know he's 70 something.
Yeah, but he's been.
That's an
shooting-
all-timer,
Gotta
though.
make
We can't
that.
accept that from LeBron, bro.
He's been
Bro,
shooting well from
yes,
the
you
free
can,
throw line.
because he does. Nobody's perfect.
Does he?
Yes.
He
Oh,
about to
this
get-
is
He
easy
about to get
money,
ate up
bro.
right here. Boy.
This
Is that,
easy.
is that
I see what they doing.
Kamachi?
Yeah, they're bringing AD on the help.
Y'all see that pass? That shit was good.
that was one of his
Boy,
passes?
hey.
Man, bro, that
swear.
assist was
How many
crazy.
turnovers
It was
he got?
it was so
That
good.
is
It was so
crazy.
good. It was a turnover.
Let's go, Bron.
Nah, he got 3 turnovers.
Donovan Mason. I'm gonna say it again.
True,
KD
yeah.
is mellow with the ring. Simple. Damn.
They disrespecting the fuck out of Melo, bro.
Wow.
That's money.
Hey,
Is that his brother standing up right there?
Probably.
I'm not gonna say he's him,
That's him.
but he
That's
he
him.
got
Hey,
it.
you notice how they only show white fans when they
And when he hit, they always show the white people.
they went to the white fans.
It's Denver, bro. You ain't gotta do. It ain't that hard.
Well, I tried to tell him earlier.
I went to a basketball game in Denver. It was the
Y'all was
least,
just talking shit about the Lakers.
Diverse place.
You
the
said the
least
least what?
diverse basketball game that you probably ever go to.
Yeah.
That's
Oblivion
a lot of-
Radio.
That is a lot of white people in
Bro,
the
from one
I
time
got
I
one
was
more
going
after
to
Pointed
that
out to
game.
me. My daughter, a couple places are like that. My daughter was like, ain't nobody.
Ja really said this season's over. I'm good. Ja Wick back at it.
He outside.
And Oblivion, last one. Are we really blaming the Suns losing even though KD was literally traded in March and got little time to play with the team? Remember, he played 2 games and then got injured.
Don't bring logic into a sports conversation.
Yeah.
Chemistry is an issue. The depth was an issue, but KD is KD. So you got to overcome those things, or at least just play up to your standard.
Right.
Which he did not.
He didn't.
Yeah.
So
No, he did.
What he averaged in the series?
He was not the KD that was a shoe size too big in Boston.
He lost
was that. That
series.
wasn't that.
He lost that series too.
I understand that, but we didn't put no blame on KD.
Yes,
What else?
Yes, they did.
You did.
No,
I didn't.
I didn't. I'm just saying.
Okay,
a
so
lot
we're
of-
not talking about they. We talking about
Oh, where
us.
Adrian at?
And
Hold
we
on.
didn't do that because he played to the level of KD. KD didn't do that in this.
He averaged
in the
30 in the
series.
series, right? That's that we expect.
Oh,
that
here we
KD.
go. I got one more. Thanks, Adrian. I don't know how to skip
Joker
this.
ain't scoring the fourth.
Not yet.
He will. He's gonna close it out. He's gonna close it out
If they don't
in the
close this
short
out,
moments.
They
That's
don't
not 9 minutes don't went by, Ken.
Yeah, but
0
they
points.
just need him right now, bro.
Here you go.
Okay.
They just
here
need-
you go.
here you go.
It's right here.
But yeah, I like this adjustment
It's
bringing him
right
on,
here.
on the help.
Uh-oh.
See?
Yep.
Good
Ooh.
rebound.
He ain't doing that.
Yeah, AD got to get the rebound if they're bringing him on the help side.
Right. Right.
He can't allow Aaron Gordon.
Before I read this one, coaching adjustment. If you're Malone, and you see that, what would you do?
If I see, I'm putting him in a pick and roll. I'm bringing AD's man. You gonna guard me? I'm gonna force that matchup. AD gotta guard my best player 1-on-1.
Adrian Wells, what's good, everyone? How y'all doing tonight? Lakers in 7 and Celtics in 6. Do y'all think the Heat, Knicks, or 76ers will try to get Jay Brown from the Celtics in the offseason? My favorite YouTube channel. Oh, man.
Ooh, I
Appreciate it.
love for
I'd
the
like to see him
Knicks.
go to the
Knicks
Knicks.
trade Julius Randle for Jaylen Brown and some
And
some
get
draft.
Tyronn Lue.
Boston.
Get
Hey,
Tyronn Lue, too.
Hey, who's running Boston now? You call him the good son. What's his name?
Oh, Brad
Stevens.
Brad
Brad
Stevens.
Stevens is on that shit if he trade for Julius Randle.
We
Boy.
got draft picks too.
Nah, man, that shit don't matter, man. Them boys is in win now
Oh, he
mode.
shooting
Draft
the
picks
three.
don't mean nothing.
Now he gonna take it to the hole. He tired.
Ron James.
Oh,
He should have
he
just came down with it.
Get on the
should've
floor.
came
Get
down
on the
with
floor. Get on the floor. Everybody on the floor.
Jump. What?
Whoa.
Interesting.
throw the oop. Lamborghini.
Hey, Young Brown would have got that though. Young Brown would have chased that down. He would have blocked the alley.
Is that Russ?
You know who
Russ,
it is.
yeah, they oughta
Russ
lose.
needs to be
They
shooting
about to
them
lose
passes.
this. I'm gonna change
gotta
my
lose
pick.
for
Ken.
sure.
I
Russ,
got
yeah.
Lakers in 5.
AD got to
That's
make
right.
that, though. He was a little in a bad spot, but he still
should
gotta
have came
make that
down
shot.
with it
You
instead of
gotta
try
make
to
that shot.
Yeah.
go back up with it.
Uh-oh.
Nah,
White
bro.
Mamba.
Oh!
White
That's
Mamba.
him. Hey, that's 9 points in this fourth quarter. That's 9 points.
He got more points than AD in his fourth quarter.
He got more points
The
than Joker.
He does.
But here comes Joker though. Joker about to.
He ain't
go
about
off.
to do shit.
23, 11 in this
he
quarter.
had his chance. He ain't doing shit.
He gonna close it out,
He
Nick.
ain't
He
doing
gonna
shit.
clutch moments,
He
bro,
ain't
because
doing
he's the
shit.
MVP.
That's why he ain't the MVP. He passed the ball.
Man, look at that pass, bro.
Ooh, that was a good pass.
Man, you see that pass was great.
Great, solid
He's doing
chest pass,
Okay,
fundamental.
he's playing what the defense is giving to him.
He's playing fundamental white man.
Yes, he is. Oh, y'all made that?
Don't
Shoot
even
that.
shoot it.
He want to shoot that. Nah, he taking
He
it.
didn't even shoot it.
One more time.
White boy.
Oh, that's the one he
One
needed.
too many times.
That's the one he needed.
If he hit that, he would have been a king in LA.
Facts.
Oh, this game.
But Nick,
right
you
here.
was talking about
I got one
Austin
more to read
Reeves
after that.
doesn't deserve $100 million. The man got 21 points now.
He deserves it.
We'll see.
He gonna get.
I'm
that.
just saying, bro.
We'll see the rest of the series.
Got him.
That's off.
Bye bye.
Ooh, good rebound.
Rebound. Wow, ref,
wow.
come on.
Yep.
Clear pass.
This ain't
Give
football.
us two in the ball.
Bron gonna rook the
JB
fuck out
till infinity. Now being threatened at this Denver game. Have a nice night, y'all. God damn, bro.
Oh, shout out to JB.
I didn't
Too.
know he at the game.
He said he was at the game watching us. I appreciate that.
of you. Come on, Michael.
He said
Porter.
he didn't threaten the Lakers fan.
Bro, they can light if I'm the Lakers, they can light Michael Porter Jr. up on defense.
Yeah, he's a shitball on defense.
He got 10 rebounds tonight, but
But he had 8 in the first half or 7 in the first half.
He
see
did.
what he got.
So the adjustments Darvin the adjustments Darvin Ham has made have really been good in this game. You know, I don't think he gets enough credit for in-game adjustments. Because there's a lot of coaches, you know, to me, Steve Kerr is good game to game. There's a lot of coaches that are good game to game. Ty Lue is very good game to game. But there's not a lot of coaches, in my opinion, in the NBA that make great in-game adjustments. And to me, that's really where the game is won.
There are no moral victories, but you know, because
back,
the only thing that matters is wins and losses.
Oh, he gonna make that. Ooh.
Let's go.
But
Joker gotta be more.
let's
He gotta
go,
shoot
Bronny.
that, bro. He can't-
being down the way they were to come back to almost get a
OBJ.
shot
See-
and wins this.
What did I say? The Lakers are gonna be in
LBJ.
position.
Don't
Oh,
no,
Yeah, bottoms. Oh.
bro. What are you doing? What, you haven't been shooting the three good all.
He felt
he
hot.
felt it.
was too-
Yeah.
No.
No,
Too
felt
open.
what?
It was too open, kid. He had
No,
to.
it wasn't open. That's
He had
hero
to.
ball, LeBron James.
Yeah, it's LeBron
He ain't been
James.
shooting the three ball good all postseason, damn near the whole season.
Yeah. Well, he's never been really that great of a 3-point shooter.
You can't shoot that shot, bro. I'm
fight
gonna tell
him.
you what that is, though. Give me that, bro.
Oh! Oh!
Man, stop,
Let's see it.
bro.
That's crazy.
What?
And I think they've used their challenge, so they can't even
did.
challenge it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, there's a foul right there.
Yeah. He grabbed his whole
Yeah,
arm.
he got him on
But
the
he was
way
on the
up. He
floor?
didn't, yeah.
No, he grabbed his arm.
Yeah,
on
he
the
got
way
him
up.
on the way up.
He
Not,
was in motion.
but they're in the bonus,
And
though.
in the bonus anyway, so
So that's the reason why he's shooting free throws. But he got him on the way up, not up top.
But
it
that's
didn't look bad enough to call at first.
Yeah.
LeBron shot that ball because he was like, "We're not even supposed to be in this game." So I think
Let me
this
see
one
what
we
I
can
can
still. Yep, that was stupid.
LeBron shoot that shot
But
regardless.
here's the
would.
thing about Ruri on that possession defensively. Don't fight with Joker. Don't let Joker get the ball, because the reason why Darvin Ham made that adjustment is so that way we neutralize his playmaking ability, and also we have
Keep
a
him
rim
off the
protector
line.
right behind you. So let him get the ball. It doesn't matter. Like, why are we trying to fight? Because imagine if he would have just got a foul trying to fight, and then you giving him 2 shots that he didn't earn.
Yeah.
So to me, if I'm Darvin, I'm telling Rory, don't fight him on that. Let him get the ball.
My thing is, if I'm Ham, I don't care if you are LeBron. I'm like, bro, we got to get a better shot than that, bro. Then you just jacking up.
It's
a
too
three.
late now. You talk about that after the game.
I know. I'm just saying. After the game, it's just like, come on, man.
That's
You
crazy.
gotta
That
get-
he had an awful fourth quarter. Joker did as far as statistics go, but he ended up with 34, 21, and 14.
Still trying to find a way to hype up this white man, bro.
14 assists.
This
Cam.
man didn't do shit the whole
And
fourth
he
quarter,
go
and
out
he's
his
still
way.
hyping him up.
That's the first thing he
Anybody
said.
else, he was like, man, you got to score. Where you at? Where Joker at? Where
First thing he said was this nigga was shitball in the fourth quarter. But if you look at his stats,
LeBron ain't hit a 3 all night either. That's crazy.
You can't shoot that shot,
He hit
bro.
one
You
all
just
night.
can't do that.
if you LeBron James, you let it go.
Nah,
'Cause
man.
like FIFO said, he does everything else good.
This the one you steal though. Like now, like you
I
don't know
mean,
this
he
game if you
feels
don't
like
know.
in his mind, I'm the best player. I should be taking the shot that we need to win this game.
It's
So
open.
that's
I'm
what
gonna
he was
take it.
trying
I
to
see
do.
it. I get it.
Nah, he felt like, I'm telling you, I think he was like, yo, we ain't supposed to be in this game. This probably one we can steal. I'm gonna just go in and shoot this 3.
Yeah.
That's why if you saw his face, he was like, "Ooh, I almost got it."
Right.
Like he's like, "Oh, to me, I'm gonna listen to the post game, but I'm thinking LeBron's like, oh yeah, we're gonna beat these guys." He probably thought that in the beginning,
Yeah.
but now after the way they played, they were like, "Okay, we made enough adjustment. We can win this series."
This shot, What?
And there it is. That's
Bad
game.
turnover. Brown.
Oh, look at that pass! Oh my God! Get him another assist. What are y'all doing? That pass was crazy.
He don't need no more. He got 14 of them.
It's a wrap.
That 10 more
Gentlemen
than-
sweep coming up. I'm bringing brooms.
You still confident in them after this?
Of course. This is their best. This is the Lakers' best effort.
Yeah, you
This is not the Lakers' best effort.
You ain't, you ain't gonna
Absolutely not.
you
The Lakers have
just-
played way
I'ma
better
tell
than
you
this.
now you're
bro.
on alert.
Tell me. I want to.
Have y'all not watched the Lakers? I know we've been talking about the Lakers all postseason.
I'm just saying, Ken. Show me a better AD game than you're gonna see today, and show me a better Austin Reeves game you're gonna see today moving forward.
I'm gonna show you
Both of
better
them-
defense.
Both of them can redo what they did because none of them went crazy outside. The 39 points that AD had was very quiet. The Austin Reeves,
Very quiet.
Austin Reeves had a very good fourth quarter. He had a very standard 1 through 3. So nobody had a loud game.
I'm just saying, show me that moving
You'll
forward.
see.
Bro, if
What
I'm
good
down-
for what, Nick?
Moving forward, they're not gonna have a better game than that.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I don't agree with
I'm gonna show you. The difference is 132. Denver is not gonna average. Their defense is going to be way better than this.
I would hope.
So you think the Lakers can get you 126?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Their defense is way better than this, bro. And this ain't the best the Lakers have played.
No, I'm saying this is their best shot as far as stealing the game to even make the series competitive.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, y'all.
If they, I don't see them. I don't see
know
them
about
winning
that
in
one,
Denver,
bro.
and then I think they only gonna.
Denver
split.
had to hang on to win this game. The Lakers
that's-
had
but that-
momentum.
but that-
Denver,
have
Denver
been-
let their foot off the gas.
No, they didn't.
did. They really
did not.
did.
They did not
That's what
let.
happened.
No, absolutely not. And we sat here and watched it. The Lakers applied force and pressure and started playing Laker ball.
They had- what's
and
his
they
name?
started to take this game.
Bruce Brown was over here shooting.
And did we?
that-
And what did I say?
And
What did I
happened?
say?
He fell off.
And
No,
did I
he
say
came
you
out.
can't
They
let
took
Bruce
him out.
Brown do this to you?
No,
Did Bruce Brown do
no,
shit the rest of the game?
Nuggets,
took him out.
the Nuggets did
Did
exactly.
Joker do shit this fourth quarter?
He did not. The Nuggets did exactly what was happening. If Bruce Brown scores over 15 points, we win those games,
Bro, y'all tripping,
especially
bro.
if it's at home.
Y'all tripping.
I'm saying
y'all tripping.
when I bring the gentleman's broom, it's gonna be a nice broom. You know what I'm saying? We can sweep up all over the shit. You gonna see, because I don't think you're gonna get a better game than that from those two players moving.
But
forward.
what did KCP?
What
Wait, hold on,
what
hold on,
has
hold
AD
on.
showed us he's gonna do in the next game? What based off
Like,
what
80
we've
has
seen?
to 80 has to average 30
This
plus.
back and forth thing that he's already gotten past that. And we've
When
seen
did he get past it?
he's already broken
80
the
has
streak.
to
Why are
average
we
30.
asking questions that we've seen
He has
already?
to average 30 plus in this series.
Remember, because B said it in the chat. B said AD's finally having a good off game, a good odd game. He said it. But what I'm gonna ask
yeah, he had
y'all,
17 to 20.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you gonna get 21 points from KCP? Are you gonna get another 16 points from Bruce Brown like that? But really, the outlier to me is KCP. So y'all talking about these other motherfuckers on.
But that's what I talked about in the beginning. If you remember before this game even started, I said what I'm most impressed about is KCP and Bruce Brown. Those two players, bringing those two in here, is your defense and your fire. That's what I like about this team is
Bro,
KCP and Bruce Brown.
Why,
They gonna get you the
Shelton?
extras, 'cause
What has KCP been doing in this playoffs
he had 21 the last game.
besides tonight?
Last game he had 21. Look at the
Besides
last
tonight.
game they played against Phoenix. KCP
What else has he
carried
done?
them. That's it. He comes in and he's
You
gonna
know
get
what? But-
he's gonna get you about 12 to 14 a game, and he's gonna get you a couple steals.
He's
and a
had
couple
2
stops.
games over 21 points. And that was a blowout. This was
He
close.
started it early the last game. KCP carried them that last game.
7, 10, 2, and
He
14.
outplayed. He dominated.
7, 10, 2, and 14.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
Bro.
he shows up, but if you look at Bruce Brown, he gives you the opposite games.
KCP averaging 10 points in the
All I'm
playoffs,
saying is
bro.
that the Denver,
cannot count
the
on
Denver,
KCP to
the
do that.
Denver, the depth that Denver has is gonna be the reason why they win in 5.
They're
Yeah,
not as
if
deep
your
as
fifth best player is scoring 10 points, that's great.
Yeah, but
fifth,
that's-
Bro, y'all overhyping this depth. It's not as good
To
as
me,
y'all say
in the
it is.
playoffs, as long as you have a solid 7 to 8, doesn't matter.
7 is
All right, y'all, I got to dip.
All right, man.
Hey,
I think you'll get more consistent production. Like Schroeder had 6. He'll play way better. D-Lo had
You
8.
giving the Lakers too
He'll
much
play.
credit, Ken.
I'm basing
way
this on
too
what
much
I've seen. We've seen D-Lo and wait a minute. What? Hold on, Bob, bro. We've seen D-Lo and Schroeder play way better and more consistent than KCP, have we not? I'll take that as a yes.
If who wouldn't you say what would you say D'Lo is like the 4th best player?
Bro, D'Lo has won games for the Lakers this postseason. D'Lo has been a pivotal player for them this whole.
These are
playoffs.
part-time players though. They come out there and they play some part of. They play good
God.
halves. They don't have good games.
What? D'Lo had a whole good
What
game.
game? What
He
game
had
was it?
22 in game 4.
What are we talking about,
had
Shelton?
11.
Come
He had
on,
11.
bro.
Okay, even if we go back and look at that
He had
game, let's
11
see.
in like
Come on,
I want
Shelton.
to see the breakdown.
He had
D'Lo
11.
ain't went out there and killed nobody.
He had 11 in the first 5 minutes.
Bro, he's been winning
Right, there you
games
go.
for the
And
Lakers,
then he
bro.
falls off. That's what I'm saying. He plays well at points, but we can't count on him to do any of that stuff. We
You
can't
can-
say D'Lo gonna
Bro,
win
D'Lo,
them 2 games.
19 points, 15 points. He had 4 points. That was 1 for 10. That was
There
a
you
bad
go.
game. 21 points. He has 10. He's way more consistent than KCP.
But then if you look at the flip side of that, look at the other players in the games when he does well. They flip flop too. They're a flip flopping type team, which is fine. It works. But it's the same thing that Denver does. They just do it on a higher level.
Nah, man. Nah, bro.
Because you'll have a great game
Nah,
from,
man,
from
you
this
just-
guy.
you just-
Then you have a great game from this guy. But what I'm saying is you get consistency. Bruce Brown is going to get you about 10 off the bench. He's going to do that every day, every night. He's going to come in and play some great defense, and he's going to lock somebody down and do something like get you what you need in the extras. You're going to get the points from Joker. You're going to get Murray get hot out of nowhere. He's going to start hitting some shots. You can get a couple shots from MPJ. Those guys are going to do their things, and they're going to do their roles. And you got the length and the size, and it just works. Plus,
Bruh.
they ain't scared. So if you go on a run,
You saying the
they're gonna
Lakers
be
are
calm.
scared?
They ain't gonna show. They ain't show me that they're not.
What is Shelton talking about?
What have you seen to make you say that they can come back and they
Did-
just do it? They ain't like that. Yeah, You saw in the Phoenix series. We watched Phoenix and Denver's game. Denver, every time Phoenix was dominating, Booker shot what 75%, 70-something%.
This guy
They was
driving me-
killing. And
this
me
guy
and you
driving me
talked about it.
crazy
You
right now.
said, I can't believe Denver's right there. We said it, right? So we saw them get hit with the best shot on the road, and they was right there. So there you go. That's it. That's all I need. We've seen AD just disappear. We've seen that too, right?
You said the Lakers are others. I think you said the others or the Lakers are scared. I'm asking you, what evidence have we seen that?
That's what I'm saying. We've seen
Where?
we've seen the guys disappear at times. We saw it in the Golden State series. That's why we thought
How?
Golden State had a chance. You didn't see AD disappear in that series?
He
A
had
couple
one
games?
bad game and then
He
then
had two
played-
bad games.
Okay.
And
But
he
what happened?
disappeared. He came back the next game and had a good game.
Sure.
But my point is, you can't afford to do that down the stretch. We need a consistency, and I ain't seen it yet.
Have you not seen consistency with the Lakers? This is the most consistent they've been.
No, they have opposite games. They have games where they play great.
Shelton, they
and
were
they have
up-
games where they don't.
Bro, you sound crazy.
You said it yourself.
No, Shelton. We have come on. Take your hate out of the Lakers out because you sound This is
They won this last
Bro.
series 4-2, right?
Shelton. They were up 3-1 against the Grizzlies and 3-1 against the Warriors, the defending champs.
Correct. But we also
The
said,
same team that we all picked to beat the Lakers.
Yeah, we did. We did.
And they were down double digits against the defending champs, and they came back and won all of those games.
And there you go. They were double digits down. We talked about the fact.
So
that the Lakers-
where's the evidence of them being scared if they came back and showed they can handle adversity to come back and win the game?
We saw a problem.
Whereas
We-
when Denver
we just saw a problem just now.
when Denver was down against Phoenix by double digits, they came back. Did they win?
No, they did not.
All right. Did the Lakers win when they were trailing double digits against the Warriors 3 times?
Right.
They have done that more times in the playoffs than Denver has, right?
Yeah, because they had to. They were down more than Denver. Denver ain't been
see how
down.
crazy it sounds?
How many times
Do you
Denver
see
been
how-
down?
do you see
How
this?
many times
It's an
has Denver
adverse
been down in
sounds-
the
It's an
playoffs?
adverse
This
team.
makes no
it's
sense,
It's
bro.
an adverse team. Sean.
How many times has Denver been down in the playoffs?
It makes no
That's
sense.
why it makes sense.
He said-
Denver ain't had to come
he
back.
said they were
I said
scared.
the times when Denver
He
has
said they
needed a
fold.
run, they've been there.
They can't.
They
and
gonna
then-
fold.
and
You
then-
just saw
and then,
you
know
saw
what?
Dennis Schrader not take a wide open shot, right?
Bruh.
Hold on. Go ahead. Because I think
But
you
you
might
got
say what
confidence
you
in
might
Dennis
say what I'm
Schrader?
gonna say.
This should scare the shit out of the Nuggets. They were beating them thoroughly the whole game, and then the Lakers came back.
Did D'Angelo Russell play at all tonight? Did he play?
He did.
And that's,
But we're not talking about
even
that.
more to
We're
Ken's
talking
point.
about
we talking about him coming
I think
out
that's
and
even
killing?
more to Ken's point, though. You don't even get an appearance from a D'Angelo Russell who usually gives you 12, 13, 14
Yeah, but
points.
but see the problem with the Lakers is when you get more from one, you get less from the other. When LeBron plays well, AD plays like shit. We've seen it.
Shelton, they were down. They were getting dominated. When this game started, you were here. He was like, "Oh, they gonna."
It's over.
He said
It's
over. Denver
I
ain't got
said it
shit
when
for
they were
these
down
boys.
by 3. It's over.
He said, "Oh, they dominated." Everybody can go back and listen to it. Shelton was
It's
bloated.
over. I said it was over, and I still said it. When they was up 3, I said it's
everybody
over.
watching. When the fourth quarter happened,
It's over. I never said they were going to come
how
back.
quiet did Shelton get?
No, I said I can't
Shelton
believe
was.
this.
That's what he
No.
said. That's all Shelton said about the game.
I can't believe
Shelton
this.
was looking at his
But I said
phone.
it's over.
They were like, "Oh my God!"
It's
He said,
over.
"What in the world is going on?" Joker
No, I
didn't
said,
have
I
any
can't believe
points.
this.
Shelton got nervous, but this
I didn't
is
get nervous,
But this,
no.
okay, maybe you didn't get nervous, but if this was a team that folded and that got scared, would this team have even made a comeback?
Coming back is easy, bro. The scared part
but-
is when
but
it's close,
that's what I said.
and you got to make a shot.
I took away the scared part, but I'm talking about facing adversity, coming back for double digit. They showed a lot of heart. They showed a lot of effort to come back. The same thing that you said about Denver against Phoenix, they did tonight.
No, I said Phoenix. The lights were not too bright for Phoenix. They was in that game the whole way. Like no matter how well Phoenix was playing, Denver was right there. That was the point.
Shelton.
These guys weren't right there. If it's a blowout, then I ain't got nothing.
Who
to
wasn't
lose.
right there?
The Lakers weren't. This game was over. They came back. Is what I'm saying. The game was over. You missing the point.
Wasn't it a 3-point game in the fourth quarter, and then
He's
LeBron
missing the
LeBron
point.
took a 3-point?
No, to what I'm saying is the
What?
fact that this was a 20-point lead. They never went
A
down
20-point
20.
lead.
I said that when these guys were making
So you-
every shot, when Phoenix was making every shot, Joker had them boys right there. They was right there in that game. They
So the
went down
Nuggets
in
had
that
a
one
20
game and they came back.
So the Nuggets had a 20-point lead tonight,
Yes, they did.
and in the fourth quarter it was down to 3.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
So
But
that
they were
sounded like it
scared,
was
though.
right there to
no,
me.
adversity is when it's close. Adversity is when it's close. I'm saying that if this was been a close game the whole way, then I want to see them get over the hump. And I don't think they could have done it.
Bro,
I
you
still
fight for
don't.
your life
But that's
right
his
now,
point.
bro.
I'm not fighting for my
They've
life.
been
I
getting
promise
over the
you.
hump. They've been getting over
Shut
the hump
up.
since
I
the
would just
play-in
stop
game.
talking.
Nuggets
bro.
in 6. No, how?
They've been getting
I
over
picked
the
the
hump.
Nuggets in 6, so that don't mean anything
How?
to me.
It does.
They've been
But I'm
getting
just-
over the hump since the play-in game.
Who has?
The Lakers.
The Lakers have
were
been
down double
what
digits
I'm
in the
saying
play-in
to you
to
is
get
this.
in.
The Lakers had no pressure tonight because they were down 20 on the road. So it's easy. That's easy. But if this was
So
a
when the
3-point
Nuggets
game
were
the whole way,
when the Nuggets were facing the Sun and they were down by double digits, did they have pressure on them?
not that game, no. That was easy. That's easy when you losing that bad. They forced it to come back and lost. I said when the game was close, the Nuggets was right there. That's what I said. I said they never went down. They never faltered in that game. Come on now. Because the way you talking is like you just have all the faith in the world in this Lakers team, don't you?
No, I'm just saying that this is
So
a.
what
I'm
are you saying?
I'm basing everything I'm saying based on the evidence that we've seen in the Lakers. What we've seen of the Lakers in the past, when they would get down by double digits, the game would be over. We have seen them take the double. We've all picked the Warriors except Spike and FIFO.
Here's
they
the
were
thing.
down double digits to the Warriors twice, and they were down by 2 points and 3
Yeah, I don't
points
even
against the
talk about
Warriors,
that
and then they
Warriors
came
series.
back and won all of those games. Those were close games.
I don't even talk about that Warriors series because once again, they did surprise me, but the Warriors did not show up. But when we talking about this one, it ain't gonna happen.
I picked the Nuggets to win, so I don't disagree with that. But I'm just saying we can't just say this the same as the Lakers, bro. This is crazy. Where are we at? Woo Young, Ken, the only one not using confirmation bias because he picked Denver. Nick and Shelton J got Denver colored glasses to back their predictions. And last one, we're gonna get out of here. Shelton A. Smith going crazy. Yeah, bro. Woo, God, Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir, Rob Costa.
Oh, my
Adversity is
God.
when it's close. That's when it's close. When you got a problem, that's adversity. When you can prove that you can get over the hump, when things ain't necessarily going right, but a 20-point lead, hey, man, y'all just play. Because we just playing at this point. We ain't got nothing to lose. That's not adversity to me. No, sir. That's not adversity.
Coming back from 20 down is adversity.
That's not adversity to me. Especially when the other team is done let out. When the other team done took their foot off the gas.
They could have quit though, right?
The winning team quit.
They did not.
Yeah, they did. They let up. You don't think they let up?
Absolutely
That's not quitting.
Hell no.
Quitting means they would have lost the game.
Right.
No, quitting means you let up. You let your foot off the gas.
They did
You
not
like
quitting.
we won this game. We packed it in.
They
You
were
don't think they
worried.
packed it in?
We all sit right here and see
Oh,
them
so the
worried.
Lakers are just that great. They just gonna come back and win this
They
series.
good. That's what we
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
talk.
We're not
That's what
talking
y'all
about
saying.
coming
No,
back
no,
to the
no, no.
series,
They're
'cause
good.
we
So y'all
already our
saying-
pick.
I'm saying they're good.
But
Take
they,
your pick back then. Back it up.
I picked them.
Nah. But look at that. FIFO out rebounded 47-30 by the Nuggets in game 1.
They can't
And they were
win
within
a
3.
game.
Those
Exactly.
are false rebounds. Remember?
Rebounds is rebounds.
I know. I'm talking about what Ken said.
And then especially you talking about almost a 20 rebound disparity, you're not going to win a game, let alone a series like that. You know the only way that you can overcome a rebounding deficit like that? 3-point percentage. You got to shoot a higher volume because the thing is about rebounds, right? It's like it's the period to a sentence. That's how you end a defensive possession. So if you're giving up offensive rebounds or the other team is out rebounding you defensively, meaning that they're completing the defensive possession. So the only way to overcome that disparity is by shooting the shit out of the ball. And obviously the Lakers didn't do that. So it's a testament to the Lakers to be that close with that type of disparity and that they didn't shoot well. Now, Austin Reeves got a little hot in that fourth quarter where he scored 11 out of his 21. But they need more. D'Lo needs to shoot better. Schroeder he's not a volume guy, but he needs to not be scared and hesitant. Maybe not scared is not he doesn't need to be hesitant when he has an open shot. He needs to be able to fire.
Shooter definitely going to shoot it.
D'Lo needs to shoot at a higher clip. Austin Reeves needs to do what he do, and then they just need another. You know what I'm saying? LeBron needs to shoot a better percentage from 3. I understand
That's a
that.
lot. So you asking for a perfect game.
No, I'm not asking for a perfect game. I'm just saying that the guys need to shoot better.
That's still a lot. That's a lot to ask. Once again,
They've
I
been
don't- I
playing
don't
like this
see-
the whole playoffs.
Not like what he just said. All the things that he just
Shouldn't?
said.
Yes, they've been doing this the whole playoffs, Shelton.
What?
Everything he just
No,
said.
they are not. What are you watching? I just said what I said. They don't all play well together at the same time.
Yes,
when
they
do
do.
they? What game did they all play
They
well?
have.
What game? Show me a game where they all play well together.
Bro,
They have standouts.
I'm arguing with a
They-
fucking wall, bro.
They have. You are because they had standouts in
man-
these games. You said it yourself. Finally, they have a game where AD and LeBron and AD had 17 points and 20 rebounds that game. He did. But when you look at that game, there's other people that aren't
Shelton.
playing.
Shelton.
Let's look at that game. That's the only game because first off, the first 4 went opposite directions.
I'm gonna accuse you of not watching the game.
No, I watch every one.
It
That's
don't
what I'm
seem
saying.
like it. It don't
That's
seem
what I'm
like
saying.
it. It don't
you said
seem
it
like
yourself. B finally said finally he had back to back.
That's what B said. Yeah, I'm telling you what
that.
B said. But they
Right. The last game.
they even calling you out in the chat for not watching games. They even calling you out, bro.
I don't care what they say. I ain't
Hey,
paying
you
none
should
of no
care.
attention.
You should care because that's how bad you sound right now. Man,
No.
let's get out of here, man.
No.
We gonna holler at y'all later because I can't take no more of this. This shit is crazy.
What game did they all play well in? Ken?
I
I want
ain't
you
even-
to
nah,
you to show me.
You go find it.
I
'cause-
can't
No, you know
because it
what?
ain't
You know
one.
what? I don't have to show you because you watch. You just being stubborn
Find
right
me
now.
one. Find me a game
Y'all,
where
we
they
gonna holler
all
at
played.
y'all.
You can
Shelton
say
know he's seen
everything
it.
that FIFO just
He's
named.
seen it. He's
they
seen it all.
do it.
He just won't admit
I
it.
did watch the games.
I know
definitely
you watched it, but maybe you're not processing what you watched. Bye.